Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
The boys are back in town, man.
The boys are back in town, baby.
The boys should have never left town. The boys should have never left town. What would I be without the boys?
I don't know.
That's
man.
what I ask myself. What would I? The epitome. Everybody asking about the weekend. The question and the phrase from this weekend is, "What would I be without the
You would have been
boys?"
stuck in Indianapolis for another day.
No, I wouldn't have.
The
I
best
probably,
decision we made is to drive it, so we didn't have to wait an extra day to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just got back from All-Star Weekend for the people at home. Hopefully you enjoyed the interview we had with K Perk. We dropped that on Saturday. If you missed it, I thought it was a very insightful interview. Kendrick Perkins was very candid about his own personal career and talked about some things that's going on in the NBA right now. So if you missed that, go listen or watch that episode. Leave a like on this one. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go over to the TikTok if you really want. We hit 1 million views on the video. And it was the video that we was like, should we do it? The 10 hottest players in the NBA, should we do it? And it's our most
We hit the
video.
women demographic in that one.
I was
You
looking at
read
the comments.
A lot of women.
A lot of women in there like, oh, Jason Tatum not in, so the list is bad.
Someone was riding for LaMelo.
Yep. We opened the floodgates.
someone was riding for me.
The last question you said in that was like, let us know your top 10 looking podcasters. And I saw someone put together a list.
Really?
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Can
Who was
y'all
on
guess
there?
who was number one? And it was basketball podcasting.
Basketball.
Number one,
Shannon
JJ
Sharp.
Redick.
It was JJ Redick.
JJ
Oh.
Redick.
Yeah, they got JJ Redick.
I
on
thought it would
board.
have been Shannon Sharp.
None
Is
of
he
us.
a basketball podcast?
Technically, yeah, we can say that. He bring
Hell
Gil,
no.
he bring Gil along. If you
Nah.
look at the top
I'm
basketball
not going for
podcast,
it.
he's
I'm
number
not going
one.
for it.
Oh, he's the number one basketball
He's the
podcast?
number one basketball
But doesn't he
podcast
mainly
in
talk
America.
football, though?
Yes, but
But he also does talk basketball, too.
yeah, so it works out that way. None of us made the top 10 hottest podcasters. They need to go look at our Instagram pictures from this weekend.
real.
That'll change some things up.
Yeah, that's biased because when we go in places in person,
I got
people-
a lot of compliments this
the people
weekend
say
on my
otherwise.
face.
on your fits,
Yeah.
I get a different compliment on my F. My face. No, I'm just messing with you, big fella. You was fly. I will say that Darrick was fly as hell this weekend,
He
man.
definitely was.
And I'm going to also say this on this platform and on this podcast. If Fashion Nova for men does not work with you, I don't know what they're going to do. And I'm not saying that because you're my homie, but I was telling somebody yesterday, your fit, like, it's like they make that shit for you. It's like it was like custom. It's hard to really explain, but some of the fits that you were wearing, it's like it's really for you. I cannot imagine either one of us up here with it. Like, it gave you just you don't need all of that BS on your pants and jeans and stuff, but they give you enough.
Yeah.
They do a little something. It's just enough for D Millie. They get enough patterns on your little cardigan, sweater, hoodies. You was fly, bro.
Definitely.
You was fly.
And the pics I posted wasn't even my best fit.
Nah, the blue. I like the blue one, and I like the
blue
blue
one
one.
is
The
hard.
blue
Yeah.
one was hard. Austin just was so busy.
Yeah.
That he
And it was so early when you had it on. Yeah, that blue one was
even
tough.
like the one Saturday, when we was at that JT event with the
brown.
the cream and brown.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was.
Yes.
That was.
That's
cool.
the one that somebody after the dunk contest they came over.
Yes.
Dude was like, I'm thinking he finna ask for a picture or something. He like, bro, that sweater is so fire.
I really remember that.
And he don't look like a dude that would ever wear that. But it was just like it was fire. So
Somebody had asked me at the urinal too. He was.
The urinal.
Was he
like-
right next to you?
He was. We was. It was a line. He was behind me. Yeah.
is that
Oh.
before or after you came out running and screaming?
Before.
Me and Mike waiting. Me and Mike waiting on D Mills. He come out. Man, they finna fight in there. We gotta go. They was in that gambling, and dude said, "This is my city."
For the record, I didn't come out running and screaming. No.
He did. He just walked.
walked
He was just walking fast.
That's correct. Indianapolis had 2 stories like that. Because remember, we were leaving Friday night event.
Yes.
And those 2 boys, or 2 men, were screaming in
Yes.
the hallway.
Oh,
Yes.
that was. I was literally in the bathroom,
I
and
remember
then
they
all
were-
of a sudden I just hear extremely loud yelling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Is Pierre in it with somebody?" I don't know why. So I had to come out,
Oh, you was about to get down.
and I was like, "All right, we good. We good."
What's the Obama meme? Where you like?
I don't know.
They were arguing for a good like 5-10 minutes, like loud too, and then they left finally.
And they were still yelling.
And
They
the
were
Let me ask you
security
this.
came down the hall.
Let me
They had
ask you this.
security on the wall, or security coming down the hall, and they always be
Outside
talking.
of y'all three,
What?
who in the hell have you ever seen me arguing and screaming with to that extent?
Nobody. I just
wondering where
But
that
I
come
just
from.
think he was saying that he was on go. Like if
just-
that is
I know.
Pierre, then I gotta piss and get
I know
out of
you
here.
on go, but you're not gonna have. My point is, you got to be a little bit more selective because you're not gonna ever hear me yell. I'm not gonna yell. If we on go, I'm not finna yell with nobody. It's just gonna be like, okay, and that's when you come in, and then Mike gonna have this
I'ma get
posh, and he gonna burn him with this.
The funniest thing about
I'm
that,
gonna hit it after too.
Ew. Just put it on a stranger and then hit it out.
No, he got to put the. It's a part of it.
that's
high,
like
right?
after your Mortal
Nah.
Kombat
Oh,
KO.
okay.
He
That's
ain't no
what you do.
cigar.
The funniest thing about that is when they were arguing, we were mad in our business, but low key kind of see what's going on.
Yeah.
And that one family came on, come on, honey, come on, we got to get out of here. Grabbed all
like
the
that
kids. It's
SpongeBob
like,
meme where there's some mama and
Bro,
a kid.
that is real. We was like kind of looking at her. That white lady came out of that bathroom. She said, "Robbie and Tim, let's go." And what did Dan say as he was walking to the bathroom?
I hope y'all have a really good weekend.
Yeah, he said, "Hope you have a good weekend." I'm like, hell no.
And it was
man.
funny because he was like yelling at the dude and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I had and
I didn't know who he was getting into. It
I
with
don't
at
know
first.
what happened. For us to be right there for several minutes and hear them going back and forth, I never could
my
tell.
interpretation was it was two homies that were probably drunk yelling at each other. The way they were talking was not like they were really beefing. They just happened to be
Yeah.
loud with
We
it.
just kept calling him stupid and dumb.
That was a funny time. The highlight of my weekend, and I'm glad I captured a bit of it. I'm sitting in the back seat. I sent a picture to the group chat. My face is with tears,
Yeah.
like somebody just passed away. His face just wet.
It's just wet.
We leave. KB does this Stephen A. Smith thing, which I was also, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little mad about.
I was mad about that too. Not about being there, but y'all didn't get a chance to like meet
was-
them or anything like that.
We was walking in, the stylist say, "Everybody not gonna fit in there." I'm like, I just wanted to say, "Hey, damn, right when I'm gonna, everybody not gonna fit in there." And then she looked at the emails and she said, "And I hope you ain't the one that got to be in there." Damn. And I like talking shit, but I don't even know how to address this because I'm like, wow. But you do the interview, we leave. We get in our own Uber. You and Ulster finna go do whatever the hell y'all. Oh, another
Nike,
event.
yeah.
The Nike event. So we leaving. We get in our Uber. Darrick, like he always does, sits in the passenger seat. Me and Mike get in the back. I'm on my phone. All I hear is Mike say, as he's reaching around the driver, he says, "KB, you took this picture?" And I look up, I'm like, "KB?" And he's doing it. The driver's in front. I'm Mike. The driver's in front. He like, "KB, you took this picture?" In the man's face. He's all in the face like this. The driver like, do this. Look this way.
He did look hard.
And Mike looked up though, and Mike was waiting for your response. Then Mike looked at him and was like, oh, bro, I was crying, bro. I said, bro, what do they put in your marijuana?
me and Pierre was laughing like the whole car.
Bro, when
They was laughing so hard.
and then Darrick was,
You know, I did the same thing yesterday. Not to that extent, but like, I literally we was in the Discord together. We was talking. I was like, I'm gonna be right back. I was like, I'm gonna go to the other Discord because we playing rec. And they was like, we trying to get 5 or whatever, or we trying to play 10s. There's like, as Kyron and Pierre if they want to play. So I'm like, all right, man, all right, they bugs. Like, I'm gonna ask them, but they doing their thing like they're not going to play. And in a real mad voice, I'm like, P, Kai, y'all trying to play? And y'all in the other Discord. I'm like, why they not answer me? I was like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong Discord.
then Saturday, that
Same
night.
night?
We say, all right, we're gonna go to the Rising Stars game. Go to the Rising Stars game. So we get to the arena. We got on our credentials. They showing so much love, KB.
Mm-hmm.
They showing love. I'm like, they showing love to the point where I'm like, this feel weird.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of things, and you gotta have some delusion to get to where we got to in this podcast space. But I'm real with myself. But the way that they treated this credential, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I don't know who y'all think we are, but we are not them guys yet. We going. We trying to find our 205. That you kept saying. We trying to find 205. We go to the lady. We end up going to one lady. She like, 205, baby, y'all on the floor. We say, what? We on the floor. Not only say, yeah, follow me. And while she's saying follow me, she clearing the path like we LeBron coming through. She tell people, y'all gotta step to the side. What we tell Darrick to do, that's what she doing. She a little lady. Y'all gotta step to the side. Watch out. Watch out. And then she said, go down there. So we going down the stairs. We doing our thing. We get to a special platform that's on the floor. Like, this is special. Going in, we sit down. I take my jacket. I'm like, damn. I tell D, man, I'm like, tell KB and them come down here. Why they up there? The hell wrong with them? They could be down here. So then I hear CJ Stroud for 3. I look at Mike. I say, oh, damn, this is a celebrity game. The Rising Stars game come on next. He said, no, I say, I thought we were supposed to be at the Rising Star. He said, no, they come on next. I'm like, okay. Then I say in my head, they come on next. They've never been on the same type of time or the same play. Something's not right. So I go to my email, I check it, and they say Lucas Oil Stadium, Celebrity All-Star Game, and Gainbridge Arena, Rising Stars. I look at Mike, I say, bro, we in the wrong damn arena, bro.
Bro, it's so many things. First of all, it wouldn't have been a big deal if the Ubers were just working fine.
True.
Yeah.
They weren't less than 10 minutes away from each other, but it took like almost an hour to get there because we just couldn't even we had no reliable transportation.
And it was cold, so the walking wasn't even really an option.
Yeah.
Second of all, before we got there late, so we trying to get our drinks before we get to our spot. The lady, we were waiting in line for like 10 minutes. The bartender lady, she's like, we're done. We're cut off. We literally were waiting. We just got there. She's like, we're cut off. I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you going to bring the drinks back for the next game? She's like, oh, yeah. Just make sure you come back before the third quarter. So I'm like, all right.
Which
cool.
is crazy. What did she think the next
I don't
game
know.
was?
She just probably ready to go home.
Yeah.
She told Joey ass anything to get you out of her face.
From our perspective, me and Austin are in the right spot.
Yeah.
And you keep FaceTiming me like, where y'all at? I say, go up 2 flights of stairs and walk around the 205.
Yeah.
And then you FaceTime me as the lady is walking y'all through. And I'm like, all right, bet. Y'all got a better seat than us. That's cool as long as y'all here. And then I'm like, what y'all see that? And one of y'all sent a picture. I'm like,
I had sent a picture.
why is they looking at a red floor and the court we looking at is blue?
Bro, and so the Lucas Oil Stadium, that's obviously where the Colts play, so it's a bigger arena than where the Pacers would play.
It's huge, bro.
And
Which a lot of people don't know because I posted a picture of like the dunk contest and people were like, man, all the empty seats. That's because like half of the
arena
there's a
is
curtain.
just And one side they had the celebrity game, the other side was just an empty court. And we had looked at the court real quick because we were talking to somebody, and we came back, and I was like, let me look at this court again because I wanted to see if that was like going to be the Rising Stars court or whatever. But it had I think the Fever, it had some other logo on it. So I was like, probably not.
We was doing dumb shit.
And we was
bro.
looking at 205, and we was like, KB tweaking. Because 205 is on the other side of the curtain.
Yes,
and
yes.
you can't even see the game.
We had asked this dude, we were like, we're looking for 205. He said, 205?
That's so crazy.
He was
Because
like, that doesn't even
y'all
make sense.
probably thought I was stupid. I was thinking you was stupid. In reality, we was just in a whole different location.
But we did this. It was at one point we was trying to find this shit so hard, KB. It said 205 ramp, right? we like, oh, maybe it's this weekend. We said maybe it's this weekend. Why the ramp is for like disabled people and put us right back where we was at?
It just basically gave us like a U-turn. And it's crazy because I had DMs like, you gonna be at the Rising Stars game? I was like, yeah, we gonna be there. I didn't even get there until the last game.
For real.
No, that ramp thing, that was the last straw. That was.
Oh man.
And then what was unfortunate is that in order to get to Gainsbridge, the celebrity game had just ended. So traffic was on 10. So like it was as if we just left an event at the end of the night. But in reality, we
KB.
we just had to go through the
We waited for our ride. You know who we saw?
Who?
Gutter and the Twist.
We saw gutter, man.
Hell no.
Oh man.
Little twist. Damn.
So yeah, man. That again, I said it before. I said it again. It's not to offend anybody in the city because the people showed us so much love.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a nice vibe with the people. Even at the hotel, restaurants, I didn't have not one bad experience with any people there. But it's just like they gave us like a hat trick. It's a small market city that's cold, and that was not prepared to have All-Star. That's like a bad
Not
trio.
prepared for snow.
Yeah, we had somebody hit a light pole by the hotel, and a whole light pole that you see, the street light. I'm sorry, not a light pole. A whole entire big ass street light is on the
We saw a
street.
U-Haul truck in the ditch. We saw
They
so
just
many
left
cars.
it there too because they
We
gonna
saw
come
a
back
lot of
for
cars
it.
in the ditch. I was like, damn, it don't be like this at home when it snows.
That's crazy. Yeah,
And it's
no.
like they're essentially down the street.
the Uber situation was crazy.
Crazy, bro.
The
That
worst
was the
I've
big
ever
reason
seen.
why we didn't go to the
We
game.
literally couldn't get an
Sunday.
Uber at one point, and we had to walk.
Yeah, that's
No,
Saturday,
I did
Saturday
not tell
night, bro.
y'all. I did not tell y'all. I did not tell y'all. So we also seen Devin there, right? He's a fan of the show. He was at one of the games, and I guess he said he had walked to White Castle after during.
Yes, bro. When we left,
On Saturday night.
you
yeah.
saw a bunch of people sitting at White Castle,
White
waiting,
Cas-
trying to call Ubers.
Yeah.
No, he went to White Castle to get something to eat. It was drive-through only.
Because I saw people standing outside of
They
White
said you
Castle.
not. They probably said you're not finna come warm up in here. They would have had 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one
Yeah.
next to our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about his drive-through only, bro.
That's
He just walked up.
crazy.
Yeah, they wanted for to have people just standing in there.
That's yeah.
They knew
that's
exactly what
insane.
people was about to be on.
Yeah, but after Saturday night, we had to. Saturday night was it for me. We had a good time Friday night. We even went out, nice little Adidas party thing. He didn't go. We got KB to come out. He
I
didn't
was
go.
there for what 25 minutes.
Hey,
maybe?
that's better than nothing.
Not-
He didn't go.
They heard you.
He didn't go. But Saturday night, after a nice little Friday go out, you excited. But that walk, because we couldn't find an Uber, we waited 25 minutes. He couldn't find one. He tried to find one for another 20 minutes. We couldn't. We had to walk blocks and blocks and blocks.
It was like
And
a
weather
13-minute walk.
that felt like negative degrees.
It really was
I
crazy.
had, and I don't know what y'all. I didn't have no coat.
I didn't have a coat either
I
because
did
I
not
thought
pack
I
a
would
coat.
be
I
in
don't know
Ubers.
why I didn't think about a coat.
I know,
thought we
my
was gonna
girl
be
was
in
telling me
Ubers.
too.
I had like a little thin coat, but
Yeah.
it's like a jacket.
And it's crazy because we were at an event earlier, and I remember we got like some socks, and I ain't had no
From
gloves,
CJ.
so I put the
Yeah.
socks on.
I'm
my
wearing
They
them right
kept me
now.
warm,
Shout out to
though.
the follow through.
Yeah, shout out to CJ.
I'm wearing them right now. But yeah, that was it. That is what really made me want to go home. I had talking to people thinking we gonna do different things. We was talking about the Halle thing. Man, I ain't give a damn about none of that. When we walked to that car and I got in that car, bro, don't
You know
hit
what's
me
so
up.
funny,
Don't
though?
ask me about shit.
That
I'm
was
not
the
doing
moment, bro.
nothing.
Me and Austin and Andy, a writer from Forbes, we were sitting in a Sprinter van, and it's like bumper to bumper. His hotel room is a 10-minute walk, but it's a 27-minute drive, and we drove it. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not doing this tomorrow, bro. That was the moment I was like, I'm not going to Sunday night. I'd rather watch it in the hotel room than go
And
all
it's
the way
not
down
like
to the city.
when we went on Saturday night, like the events were like crazy. There's like I can't miss this no more. Like there
Nah.
was a lot of times I was like, this is not the best product.
Yeah,
you know,
we know what Sunday night All Stars like normally. So he's like, and then we made the executive decision. Let's go home.
We got
Sunday
home.
morning.
That game played,
And I was like,
and that was the
thank-
best
I'm-
decision
I
we
was
ever
like,
made.
I'm happy as hell.
So happy to be home.
Yeah.
Best decision we ever made. It was good to still see everybody. Had a hell of a time. Media day was really, really, really good. Successful. They be calling me Reporter P.
I'm bringing the step ladder next year.
I'm getting a,
Or the step stool.
I'm
Some
getting a
girl
lot-
was on her dude's neck.
Yeah, I
from
seen
Complex.
Yeah.
She's a hooper.
Oh, she is?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
she's
I
in
did
the
not know who she
WNBA.
was.
Some girl. Holy shit.
I'm sorry. I have
She
never
will
seen her
bust your
before.
I'm
ass.
mad that the media day had some mics that you couldn't like. They weren't picking up the voices, so it sounded
Yeah.
like they were just talking. And obviously, they think they're talking to a mic, so they're not gonna be projecting at all. So you couldn't even hear what they were saying unless you were like a foot away from them.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was trying to get Dame a question. But
You need to be better.
I was in the back, but I couldn't hear what was being asked him, so I didn't want to ask him the same question.
Y'all too, because what's this our second one, third
Yeah.
one? Y'all have the advantage with the
That's
hype.
why how many people did you get?
Only two this time.
He should
Who was
not
the two?
get.
Y'all have the hype, man.
Paul George and
What did you ask Paul George? Don't talk to my favorite player.
I think I asked him how fun is it playing with James Harden.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
I did see
And
that.
then I forgot the second one, but I think it was somebody. I forgot who it was.
I got Dame, Trey, PG, and
I got Anthony Edwards.
yeah,
Anthony Edwards. Yeah.
and I got AD, yo boy, and I got one more person. I forgot.
Did you get Paulo?
I got Paulo.
Yeah.
I got Paulo.
I had tried getting Paulo too.
A lot of beat writers was taking my shit, and They weren't stealing. They was
Aggregating it.
flipping.
Yeah, I
So,
seen that.
I'm like, damn, okay. OKC Thunder people going crazy because OKC got a lot of love. When I was asking people underrated players and this and that, OKC was the answer.
OKC love they gonna ride for their community,
I see.
especially when Cone gonna love that they gonna.
The
come
Jason
for him.
Tatum interview was dope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jason,
yeah, the
Jason-
JT.
that was
I think the
cool.
overall night or the event was so cool.
I love
With
that type of
SoFi.
vibe, bro.
Closed event for the people at home, and it was only like other creators and people that are high in the company. So like after I got done with the Jason Tatum interview, we sitting there, we talking, we networking. We met the person that creates the Enjoy Small Wins candy brand with Jason Tatum.
Who
Talked
also
with him.
created every Kyrie.
All the Kyries. They said that he
Yeah.
created the PG1. We like, man, this dude right here. Like,
And we was finna exchange information and somebody interrupted.
Yeah, we were.
Now I would have been wrong if I showed my ass right now. I'm just joking.
That's okay. I got a free pair of Jason Tatum's on the way.
at least we hope so.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no confirmation email, no
No.
Nah,
nothing.
it just said,
So it's-
see you in a week.
Add it to a Google Doc.
And you know, they don't be playing by my building about them packages. I got to get it ASAP.
Why somebody steal it?
Well, it's a lot of kids.
That boy in the
it's a lot of
trenches.
kids in my building.
That boy in the trenches. Well, you probably messed it up ordering 5 pair.
Southwest suburb trenches. Overall, when you get rid of the Ubers and the lack of Ubers, because that was 5 times from Friday, Saturday, or I guess Thursday, Friday, Saturday, where my order from Uber Eats got straight up canceled.
Same.
Straight up 5
Oh,
different
not
times.
straight up canceled, but 25, they say delivery time, 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming in an hour 5.
Yeah.
Because they gonna fire me 2 more drivers. And one thing I hate is
They was giving
cold
KB his ET arrival was the latest arrival for all
You
this
know
stuff.
the maddest I've ever seen Derrick was this weekend.
Yeah, 100. But like I haven't seen him that mad.
I
in a
turned that
long
Waffle
time.
House shit into a comedy. He was dead ass serious mad. That's why I
Why
said
would I
hold
play
up.
her about some sausages and some eggs?
I've never seen him that mad. So I'm like, hold up there. Let me turn this camera on. I said, give me a minute. And his ass was serious. I know people probably watched that and was laughing, thinking we being funny. I was just being funny, but he was dead ass serious.
Hey, you know how I know you were serious? I got home, and one of the first stories my wife told me was about you telling your girlfriend about how mad you was about Waffle House.
I was.
Angie
irate.
DM'd me to that shit and said some shit like, oh, he must be really mad or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
Bro, I just remember being in that drive-through for so long. That's why I felt like a blur. Because I remember Pete specifically saying he was like, food gonna be ready at 12:22 or whatever. Can you
Yep,
put the order
12:22.
in? And we was already there. We had to probably get there at like 12:05 around there like that. So we gotta wait for this food. The hotel's only like 5 minutes away. Not even 5 minutes away.
like 2 minutes away.
D Mills goes in for the food at 12:22. He don't come back out till like 12:50, and I just know something up.
That's crazy.
First thing he do, he get in, he say, man, I almost called you in there. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened?
Like you had to blink in the car.
And then that's how I know he say, this little white girl trying to play with me like I don't know what I bought. I had the grits bowl. Then you had the side of grits and the side of sauces. I say, what you trying to say is that's the combined? Yeah. So
Did it ever get figured
That's
out?
a real homie right
did,
there.
but he was riding
Because
for
if he
it.
didn't care, he wouldn't even got his food.
I wouldn't have
It
got my
took the
food.
manager in order to get it right, and he had just clocked in.
a
He gotta
normal
do
Waffle
that.
House experience.
He was probably like,
I got the full Waffle
The
House
first
experience.
day though, the first day we went, that shit was so damn good that
it
I
was.
thought about that shit the whole rest of the weekend until that. Once that happened, that shit. But them grits incredible. But yeah, the SoFi event was amazing, and it made me feel like we should start having our own smaller events. Not nothing that we trying to, some people for All Star be trying to throw rages and bangers, but something where it's a vibe. That was a vibe. I was in there chilling.
I can't wait till we can throw a banger though. We can have somebody come perform.
That's gonna be tough because they all
gotta
want to do
perform right
parties
now.
with like the
No.
host.
We were in Toronto, and we put your album on while we was doing the meeting.
And you was shy.
scared
And you was-
to
and you
perform.
was shy and scared.
this one I'm getting paid for.
No.
No,
What?
it's your
You was-
event.
Oh,
You
we
gonna
was
pay
on
for
your
it.
event.
Huh?
That was your event. You was on tour. You getting paid for that?
Did you put your hours in that day? Oh, okay.
No, I ain't put him in that day.
Okay.
We gonna pay you for your event.
Right. Yeah. No.
Hey, didn't you just listen to my music?
What they got to
You see how he always deflect every
he
time.
said, what that got to do
so
with
hard.
He deflects so hard. What about the actual All-Star basketball stuff? Like, thoughts?
I thought the Steph or Sabrina thing was my favorite thing over the whole
I agree.
over the whole night.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was very fun.
The 3-point shootout in general was cool. We had the 4-way tie, go to overtime.
26 was the number.
It was a good
Yeah,
time.
somehow
For sure.
26 was just the magic.
Shout out Clinton Portis. If you rewind 15 years ago and you told a small child, me, that one day the 3-point contest would be more exciting than a dunk contest, I would probably think you're the stupidest person on earth.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy that is where we at now.
Yeah.
I like the Sabrina thing. I like the 3-point shootout. I miss the regular skills challenge. I know some people might have not. I used to enjoy
I
the
was
skills
gonna
challenge.
say that too. Like I didn't mind the floors and how they kind of like want to innovate it. Some of that stuff just felt like it was just too easy. Like I felt like they could have made some of the holes smaller on what they was passing through, and like they could have made it literally more challenging.
Some of those holes were big as hell. And I'm just like, anybody could have.
And they had like so for the 6th one,
Yeah.
the 6-point hole or whatever,
Yep.
was like the same size as the 2-point one. So it's just like
No, the 4-point one. The 6-point
Yeah.
was down the same size as the 4-point one.
At one point, the teams just said, we don't
don't
care
use
about
this
this.
we
one."
just
Yeah.
need the 6s. And then it's All-Star game. They won't regulate nothing, bro. Like a lot of
Cardi
times
Towns.
it'll be like they'll scoring after the buzzer. We gonna check for the final. Count it. And it's just like that could have been the difference between this going on.
I thought you meant Cat on the line with his 3.
Yeah, that
Cat toe
too.
was
That
such
too.
an
Big toe.
I thought it was funny how like prior to All-Star Weekend and the events, Anthony Edwards was like, I don't care, I'm finna go out there shoot with my left hand.
And he
he
did.
started it and then he looked like he was kind of selling the bag, and then like his team, you just want to be a little competitive.
Yeah.
So he had changed it up, which was cool.
It was funny to see him actually go up there and try that. Because he was just hit the side of the backboard.
Yeah. In the practice, he was smacking them
Yeah,
too.
he
That
was.
pressure got to him.
I do think though we got to really recalibrate All-Star Weekend. I don't know. It's
We
damn
haven't
near
had a good
disres-
one since.
Chicago.
Chicago was great. Chicago was great. Cleveland was still cool. Cleveland was still good.
because Steph put on a show.
Cleveland
Yeah.
was carried by Steph, and then the NBA 75 thing happened,
Yep.
and that was
Yeah.
like all of the energy in the world.
And it was in LeBron City.
Yeah.
But
So
fresh,
guys gonna show up.
fresh off of like that momentum of the 75, it's just kind of disrespectful to the game to go up there and just do the shit that they were doing Sunday. How do you fix it? I don't know. That's a tough thing. I don't have all the questions and the answers. They did come up with a report saying players would like to be paid for it. So I don't know if that's what you do, but we cannot have 211 points scoring. I seen somebody say the first half is where you put on a show and the second half is where you compete.
Yeah, but there was I didn't see much competing in
No.
the second half. either.
I said it. I'm cool with them doing what they can do for 3 quarters, just have fun, joke around. That 4th quarter, I just want like C- defense.
Yeah.
I don't need Kawhi Leonard to be DPOY. I don't need Anthony Davis to protect the paint like a regular season game. But can we just get some defensive moments? Like some of my favorite memories of All-Star Weekend is seeing people, even if it is for a possession, Bron guarded Cole for a possession in the All-Star game, like literally in the chair. We got 0 of that.
Yeah. And in Chicago, we got the James Harden that was actually playing defense because they was trying to attack him, and then in the press conference, you get Giannis sitting at the podium tomorrow.
Remember how they guarded the 3? So they
Yeah.
could, yeah.
Kyle Lowry took 2 charges in
Yes.
Chicago. He took 2 charges.
Yeah.
Those was my favorite, my team All-Star cards, by the way. That
Do y'all
that
think
year.
the city that they're playing in matters?
I
Yes.
think for sure.
Yes.
I forget. It might have been Jaylen Brown or somebody kind of like in that nature, but they were saying that like, I think it was Anthony Edwards. How All Star is supposed to be a break, and he was saying a lot of players, and he can't really speak for everybody, but like they most of the time they're ready for their vacation like that. They don't want to have to put in their full effort for all that, and I think location matters a big difference. You
That's
know, if it's in a spot where at least it's warmer. At least it's something like that maybe they will spend at least one more extra day, and you can get a little bit more out of them in certain events.
That's what.
But I
That's
think-
what I was saying on the heliocentric. Like, when it's better weather, it just promotes better shit in general. Because number one, when it's so cold and it's a small city, guys come when the obligations start and they leave as soon as the obligation is ended.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, LeBron media availability is not right now because LeBron ain't even here. But if it's somewhere more warmer, I think people will be more prone to come in a little earlier. Will they want to? Of course not, because you still got Turks and Caicos and all of this different.
Yeah, of course.
But I think they'll be a little bit more prone to come earlier, and they'll be a little bit more prone to stay later, and it'll just be a better vibe.
And
It's
you'll
more-
get more celebrities to come to the game because they want to be in the.
Yeah, I was
gonna
gonna say in better locations is most likely because the reason you would probably want to go the extra day is, hey, they got something really going on like that night or whatever. Like I can have a move that night.
What I compared it to, and y'all can attest to this, we all can. The best place when I talk to fans or people that I know that love basketball and kind of just want to be in a mix a little bit, the best thing to ever go to is NBA Summer League in Vegas because the weather's going to be warm and the stars and the players are going to come out. It's the first and the second day, really. Yeah. But you can go into the mall and you might bump into a player. You can go to Caesar's Palace and you might see somebody on a table playing blackjack because it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe. People in a better mood. People is out and about. It's just a way better vibe. Dudes is out there. Those players that we be seeing there, they don't have to be in Vegas. There's no reason for LeBron to be in Vegas every year at the first game, but he does because it's just a vibe. I know free agency matters a little bit too there, but it be a vibe, bro. And you just out there chilling. But when it's cold, man, people trying to get places, and it impacts the city. You know what I mean? If you're a small kid and you just in the city because All-Star Weekend is there and you somewhere warm, you might can bump into your favorite player, an all-star player, just on the street. When it's cold, man, we signed some shit. We walked into the arena and somebody like, can you sign this? I signed 3 balls. One of them did not say my name because my hands are so cold that I just
And it didn't make it any better that like during all this and we're experiencing this, we get the update. Milwaukee trying to put in their ballot
2027, 2028,
ballot
baby.
for All-Star 2027. I'm like, just no way.
I
Like,
wouldn't mind that if the next few cities is warm. That's how I think they should do it. Do 3 hot and just slip in that cold and then tell us like, hey, I know it's cold, but next year we're gonna be in Miami.
Yeah.
But all we just did Chicago, Cleveland, Utah,
and Indianapolis.
and Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Man,
That's a ridiculous streak. That's a ridiculous streak.
I don't
But
know.
I think All-Star Weekend, in a way, New York and Chicago seem like the 2 cold cities that people will be okay
I'm sorry.
with being in.
I don't want it back in Chicago if it's going to be -2 degrees like it was that year.
The best thing about it though, once it was over,
We just
30,
drove
40
home.
minute drive
I
home.
called that
I
over.
feel, I
was
feel
back
what
at
you're
the
saying
crib.
though. If we were going to be in a cold place, I would want it to be those places because I know that they're ready to have and host. Like if me and you are 2 people in the friend group, right?
Yeah.
And this is Super Bowl is coming up, dog. If I don't have a couch that can host everybody that's trying to come, if I can't afford to get snacks and food, I maybe shouldn't host. Maybe you should because you got all of that shit. I think it's the same type of thinking with the
For real.
All-Star. If you a city that just ain't got the shit to host All-Star Weekend, we should not be forcing it because it's just going to make it a bad experience, bro. If I run the NBA, my job is that at the end of All-Star, y'all 2 are walking out and y'all look at each other and say, man, where they doing this shit at next year? Because we got to go. Not, hey, y'all trying to just go home. We don't even need to see the game. Like that's messed up.
It's really gonna be like a conversation like the people in charge gonna have to have because All-Star is losing like this gravitational pull on people. Obviously, people gonna go because they love the event, but they're not walking away like completely satisfied from what they are seeing. You know,
fact.
The reality is, it's not for us.
Yeah.
It's for the locals, right? The kid that lives in Indianapolis that may never get a chance to watch LeBron James play regularly can maybe see it happen in the city. A kid that would normally never be able to go to a Nike pop-up shop, like, hey, it's $20 to get in here in Indianapolis. It's like a once every 20 years. Like, that's what it's from. It's not really for us. You know what I'm saying? It's for the locals. It boosts the economy. Like, those are the real type of like things that are doing.
Is it or is it for that revenue
No, it
that
is.
the
but-
owner and the city gonna get?
Well, maybe, but I think in general, like, I like your idea of saying, okay, we got these tentpole places. Like, some years we're gonna dedicate it to Vegas. Some years we're gonna dedicate it to Miami.
Has it ever been in Vegas?
We don't have a team.
No, but still.
I don't think so.
If it would have been in our lifetime. So if we don't remember it, then probably
I feel like
not.
that's probably something that's gonna happen though.
I remember. I know.
Vegas is
we have
starting
a
to
team
host-
there soon.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
also
it's-
do the NCAA tournaments in Vegas now.
Yeah.
So like I feel like eventually All-Star Weekend's gonna be in Vegas. And that's just gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think it's just, it was cold. Uber sucked, but All-Star Weekend wasn't for
It's
us.
definitely interesting. I think it's a good segment into the Drop the Mic. Super simple today. Collectively,
Yep. 2007.
Oh, it was in Vegas?
Okay.
Yep.
It was a
2007.
disaster.
Was it at Thomas and Mack, that lit ass arena?
Yep, Thomas and Mack.
Oh wow.
He said, "What year?"
This is my favorite All-Star as a fan. It's when Coby won MVP. I remember this year.
Today, drop the mic collectively. Just name one way or say one way we can make All-Star better.
I think you would have to probably give the players more of an incentive to care.
Which is crazy when you think about. Right now, the incentive is supposed to be the East is playing for the Boys and Girls Club of Indianapolis, and the West was playing for it was another foundation. It was a charitable foundation. Bron like, hell no, where my $500,000 at? On some MJ stuff. F them kids. I want my bag. Which, if that's the thing we got to do, then let's do it. But I think it would just be optically really weird if they don't get in their stands for the Boys and Girls Club and like $500,000, I'm Kawhi Leonard. You know?
I think it would be good if they get something, but also money goes to the charity as well.
I would think it would be good if we get serious about it. All-Star Weekend is a joke because the whole process is a joke. The voting is a joke. How they select the shit is a joke, in my opinion. So if we start there and we really got coaches and people who are selecting outside of the fans, it should be serious. Y'all got players and coaches voting, and how many times did we see people getting votes and we like, what the hell is this? Mm-hmm. So as if I'm a coach and I'm voting and I'm selecting the reserves, I'm gonna have conversations. Last year you wasn't playing. I'm going to the point. I'm getting guys who gonna come play because if you too cool to play, if this shit don't mean nothing to you, then we'll go get somebody that will.
That's why the East had a bunch of young dudes, first timers, second timers, third timers that played. You know what I'm saying? And then the West had a bunch of the older heads like LeBron. You did it for 20 damn years. How could we expect LeBron to play more than 13 minutes in year 20?
He's an exception. I'm gonna go Luka as an exception because he carries 90% of his team on his back.
Luka actually played a lot.
He did, but he didn't play serious.
Yeah.
So that shit, he could have just sat his ass on the bench.
Opposite free throw line.
Yeah, but I'm getting guys that's gonna play. I'm getting guys that are going to play and try to compete.
If we're gonna have it that the players don't care, let's go full on the entertainment factor there.
Yeah,
like if we can't convince them players to sit in the chair for one quarter and play solid defense and make it competitive, then let's mic people up. Let's do interview. Like let's just have super fun.
One of my ideas was
we should do like a export shit. Break their ass up in fives. The
Rising Stars thing.
Yeah, break that ass up in fives, go to here and here, and play like that. If y'all ain't gonna play, because I don't want to see a full game of that shit. I don't. I'm sorry.
I thought from an entertainment standpoint, well, especially after how this last slam dunk contest just went, and it's not always like this, but the judges I feel like the judges they just weren't.
They were tripping.
They were
it
horrible.
wasn't genuine scores.
Yeah, they were horrible.
You know what I'm saying? And then also, I don't know. I'm just so sick of the let me pay homage to this player type of dunk.
Bro, I said
all
the
respect,
same
but it's just
thing,
how
bro.
many times can it be done?
Oh my gosh.
We've seen Dominique Wilkins be paid homage to run the dunk at least 50 times.
And I'm not saying this about Jaylen Brown because he.
I thought that was a little bit more respectful.
That was.
The
Terrence
Dominique
Clark
ones was
recipes.
like, come on.
But I'm so tired of people putting on somebody's jersey besides Jaylen Brown.
And I
It
think
doesn't add anything to the dunk for me.
how many times you see somebody jump over Shaq?
2 times a night.
But if
That should be on Caesars.
Mac McClung. It also, we got to put it in perspective. Mac McClung was like 6'2", and he cleared him.
me and
too.
Mike was, that's
So I
what me
was
and
like,
Mike was talking about. Me and Mike was saying
Yeah.
clearing versus I'm touching you.
Pushing
Pushing
off,
is
elevating.
totally different. Mac McClung was clearing.
Back to the idea though, with the judges, I think it would be cool if we had player, or if like they had Kai Cenat, he was in celebrity. Kai Cenat would be, I think would
Kai
be a cool. Kai Cenat, he would be a cool judge to have because it's not like he's gonna give an honest score. He might give it 0.
Oh no, man.
He might give it 10.
I don't know.
And he's just an example. It could be a lot of different
He might get
concentrators they can
swayed.
find for the thing.
He might get swayed. I like having real judges, but I felt like they pacified Jaylen Brown because he was an all-star. So they hyped that up. That was a big storyline. His ass should not have made past the
Jacob
first round.
Toppin should have been in the final. Jacob Toppin's
100%.
dunk
Let's talk about
was
it.
so ridiculous
Let's
for it to
talk
have
about
at lowest. Like if that dunk doesn't wow you, then there's no dunk that's going to wow you.
Yeah.
You've seen it all. You've been spoiled because that dunk was ridiculous.
That dunk was
They
cold.
really weren't wild all night.
Which is crazy because I thought the first Mac McClung dunk where he dropped the ball
Yeah.
and picked it
In
back
the
up.
air?
and that was
That
at
is
least
ridiculous.
creative too. It's not
That
like
was,
we see
that
that.
was it right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
That was
creative.
it, bro. That was super
That's
creative.
a 50 dunk to me.
Yes.
It was.
Especially compared to the previous years. Jacob Toppin's dunk is a 50 dunk or a 49 minimum. That dunk was ridiculous. The glove on the left hand, like Jaylen Brown stuff was all showmanship, which is fine. Like I'm like at this point in time, we've been seeing the dunk contest for almost 50 years now. The human body can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like unless you're a professional dunker, the human body can only do so much. Jaylen Brown is not going to a normal Celtics practice talking about let me do a 360 windmill right now. It's like how can I improve my?
He's an in-game dunker.
Exactly. But I like the showmanship that he provided. Oh, they say I don't dribble with my left hand. Let me do this weak ass dunk with my left hand. You know?
Honestly, he kind of made it like maybe we don't want to see the superstar or like the all-star level people in there because maybe they will take it seriously. Maybe they won't. But I like it when, no disrespect, like the no-name guys want to come up from that.
You know what bothers me?
What?
When people say, we lost it because nobody, like the stars don't want to do it. What star do you think is going to, in 2024, out of all the all-stars, the only star I would like to see in that dunk contest is Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
There's no, Donovan Mitchell did it before. Won an all-star this year. But
those high-level players.
And then
Absolutely not.
What do you think Giannis has the?
Absolutely
I just think he's a big man dunker. Big man dunkers normally it's just tougher
They
to
should do it. Remember we had we were bouncing on the trampolines and we were dunking.
Yeah.
They should have it so where they have a 12-foot rim, a 10-foot rim, and you get the 8-foot rim so you can be as creative as possible.
8-foot rim. Some of them dudes could just dunk on that without jumping.
Yeah, we gonna see some stuff we ain't never seen before.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of like, oh my God, the stars want to do it because the stars are not going to put on a better show than Jacob Toppin.
Yeah, and it killed me when people are like, man, just give Jaylen Brown his credit for going in. Not many stars want to do it. He should have put somebody. The dunks he had were bad.
I'm
you know
not
what I'm saying?
trying
It didn't
to-
matter if he was a
Tyson
star.
Knight
It didn't matter if it was a
I'm
star.
not trying
or if
to
it was
hear that shit
nobody.
because he's a star. Yeah, I'm judging the dunks.
Right.
If you're going to be in the dunk contest, give us dunks.
He changed like he got booed for 2 days straight.
Jalen Johnson, I would like to see in the dunk contest from the Hawks.
I'm not mad at that.
Jalen Johnson. Give me Jalen Johnson.
Shaden Sharp.
Shaden Sharp would have been nice
Was
if he
he
was
in it
healthy.
last year?
No, then he ended up getting scratched.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think he got hurt again. Before the All-Star
I
break.
know people. It's very. Miles Bridges is a dunker.
He's a dunker.
Miles Bridges is a dunker. Zach, I'm always want to see Zach LaVine. I don't give a damn. I'm always want to see Zach LaVine.
Aaron Gordon come back.
Sign me up to see Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon any day of the week.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. I don't give a damn if they're 35.
They
I'm
had
gonna still
teased
want
it
to see them.
online talking about we in your city in Chicago, and then they didn't do it. When we were
Right?
in
Yeah, that
Chicago.
was silly.
It ain't gonna hit, man.
That was silly. Who else is a good underrated dunker that we don't? Oh, Dennis Smith Jr. was in it before,
He's
right?
done it before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dennis Smith Jr. was in it before.
I feel like the smaller, like when you're a smaller
Yes.
guy, you have the advantage. I remember Donovan Mitchell was talking about how he had did it, before he really became an all-star and everything like that. And it's just like, it's cooler to see those smaller guys jump. Like, that's why it was so cool to see Mac McClung do the stuff he does. It's like, that dude only a couple inches taller than me.
Oh wait, we didn't mention John Morant.
Yes, he said John Morant. Like
Oh, you did?
2 months ago.
John Morant would be amazing.
He do that at least once a day now.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fix it.
Especially the dunk contest. You just got to get the right names in there.
At this point, miss me with names. Give me the dunkers. We just put Jaylen
Yeah.
Brown in there. He's a
Yeah.
name. He's a
No,
name.
I'm saying like the right dunkers.
Yeah.
The right dunkers had to be in there.
Give me the right.
And some players are just
Yo,
in-game
Desmond
dunkers.
Bane
Like,
probably
I'm a
could do his
dunk.
thing,
you.
and I'm just.
Boy, Desmond Bain start dunking. I don't know what. If we see 2025 Desmond Bain to dunk contest, I'm not going. The hell is he gonna be doing?
Maybe they should have to copy their dunks. It's like horse.
Oh, you got to redo it.
You know they've
Copy it.
tried to form. You remember they did the team dunking? It was a
Yes.
3-on-3
Yeah.
dunk.
That's when John
team.
Wall was in it. Paul George.
Yeah, that is, what an awful time that was.
Then they was like in a neon nightlight type jerseys or some shit.
Or they should have it where it's just like, it's going to have a random highlight dunk, and it's just auto random. The player picks it, and you got to recreate that
Did
dunk.
Benedict Mathurin do the dunk contest last year? He seemed like he could be a dunk contest guy.
You know what the worst dunk in the history of basketball dunk contest is?
That one where that dude go like this.
That was a college basketball.
He thought he really did something, bro.
It's gonna get lost to history because
Zion, get your ass in a dunk contest.
I'm not. I mean, I'd be cool with it, but it's just I don't know if that's gonna hit like it would have 2 years ago.
Jonathan Kuminga.
I wouldn't be mad at
I
it.
wouldn't be mad at that.
The man had an NFT chain on and did a dunk. Jalen Green
Oh
Cleveland.
man.
an NFT chain and
Aaron
did a
Gordon
dunk.
had a drone.
Bro, thinking
Oh
about
my
how
God.
crazy people have got because they just wanted to be a little bit creative. Cole Anthony had dunked in Tim's on.
Hey, next dunk contest, come sit with me for some ideas. I'm gonna be like, listen, we're gonna do a food truck.
NFT.
You gonna serve some tacos out of the food truck, and then you gonna jump over them.
Here go my idea. If you got some crazy bounce, Derrick Jones Jr. type of bounce, you know, like in the middle of timeouts, the trampoline team will come.
Yeah.
So they do that. Like you get 4 people to do a trampoline dunk, and you the last one. But right before you go up, they move the trampoline, so you just using your real bunnies.
Hell no.
That'll be creative.
He gonna
would
come
be
up so
creative.
short.
It'd be creative.
It would, but they had to move that motherfucker.
That
Real
is gonna have
fast
to be
though.
pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know. You get
You
it.
gotta
right.
have a team that's really fast. In order
Get the
to
get the
Because
Chicago
you running
Bulls
right
ones.
behind, you got to catch that ball.
Or, or whatever city you in, whoever's a big food chain staple, you get somebody like Derrick on a ladder with an apron on, and he holding this delicious,
You gotta bite it on the way over.
he got this delicious double bacon cheeseburger from whatever, and you windmill and like
so
when
you, instead
Gerald,
of blowing out the candle,
Yes.
you take a bite.
yes, I'm up in the air. That's what if I had bounce, I'd be up in the air. I'd dip my tender.
Get a BMX bike in a ramp
Ooh.
with the ball. You ride the
Bring out
to
Tony
the ramp.
Hawk.
Who's gonna dunk
Front
over the
flip.
Kia car again?
Nobody.
Instead of a Kia,
Swear.
let's go bigger. Let's dunk over an AMG G wagon.
It has to be Kia though.
Are they still a sponsor? I don't even know the sponsors
yeah,
of
it
the
was
league
sponsored
anymore.
by Kia.
No,
there was
we-
a Kia car sitting behind the rim.
We breaking
I
rules.
sure was.
We
Sure
breaking
was.
rules. I'm bringing out my personal car.
The stakes at an all-time high because if I miss, I'm denting my car. Turn it into a Mr. Beast video. Put some stakes in your dunk. If I don't complete this dunk, then these 3 children.
This car is yours.
I don't know.
This car is yours.
But who is it going to? It's 20,000 people in the stands.
Raffle.
That raffle. They got to buy the raffle though, so you get the car
But
back.
doesn't that make people hate you because you're going to complete the dunk? Like, damn.
It's a
Anyway.
chance. It's called betting.
I messed up.
Let us know in the comment section how you would improve All-Star Weekend. Let's take a break and hear from our sponsor.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
All-Star Weekend is over. It is time to get back into basketball. This is where the season starts for people like my dad.
Well, basketball don't start till Thursday.
Well, yeah. But like,
Treated.
Give me some ski in the right side this time, man. Boom, boom.
We halfway through the show. We just now dapped up.
yeah. We're going to do a draft.
Don't you love drafting?
Drafting is my second
yours?
favorite thing. Yeah, I get that from Tatum. You know, I wear 52 in jerseys. You feel me?
I'm saying, oh, you brought it here? That's nice.
It was with Austin, and he brought it back to me. But what we're doing today, Mike, actually, it was your segment. Do you want to explain it?
Yep. So today we're going to be drafting teams for the second half of the season. The goal is to get teams so you get the most total wins. Clear that up a little bit. If I get the Celtics in at so and so, we're going to add up all the wins at the end of the season, and whoever has
He
the
just
most.
rigged it, bro.
I've rigged it. I'm spinning the wheel to see the order.
Are you
the way.
cheating?
And I landed on. I don't even want the first pick, but I landed
Most
on
wins.
first.
We're drafting teams for the second half of the season.
And we're gonna keep track. So take a screenshot of the standings
You know,
right now.
let's remix this. You know how we could really make this fun? You can stop spinning that wheel, and we can do you and Mike versus me and Derek.
Let's do it.
That's how you make this fun.
Let's get it.
We'll split up the teams evenly.
Yup, 15 and 15.
Yes, it
Okay.
would.
F
that
y'all.
way, the Spurs and the
I would have
Detroit
drafted
Pistons
the Spurs over
don't
the
have to
Wizards.
get left out.
I would've
And
drafted
to
the
figure out
Spurs.
who get the first pick, rock, paper, scissors, me and KB.
KB don't sell us.
On shoot, because some people
Is it
play
best out of
different.
3 or just 1?
One. We do
Okay.
one. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's get it, Mike. Are we consulting the council?
But that's I reverse psychology.
Yeah.
We won't last pick.
No, you should.
He's
consult-
stupid.
That's the-
Hey, KB, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I love when D Mills be picking.
I do too.
Why is you on his mind?
I don't know.
I think-
make him nervous.
I see.
With
He
the-
insecure.
We be busting their ass in the drafts when we do TikToks.
Yes, we
You
do.
drafted Alice Caruso in a bald
You
player
drafted
draft.
Michael B. Jordan before. In the
You
draft
finally had
with Michael
He
Jordan.
has one good draft, and now he
You
the man.
you drafted MGK in the draft.
He left.
That wasn't a team draft.
Yeah, that was a solo. He had one good draft that he think he on. Meanwhile,
you
it took
drafted MGK.
120 seconds after leaving KB. He talking about, you took this picture. So we love when you draft. Don't get on my mans.
With the first overall pick in the second half of the season standing draft, we're going to take the number 1 team in basketball. They have the 3rd easiest schedule left. Give us the Boston Celtics, please.
Damn, you're not even going to ask your homie. What if you want to take his
That
I
was
thought
a
it was
perfect
going
pick.
1, 2,
Yeah, it's just
1,
like-
2,
yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect pick.
So with our
Yeah,
pick,
relax. You feel me? Don't sell us, Mike. Why you think? Let me know when you got it. I'm going to tell you my rationalization to take in the Boston Celtics. I think they have enough depth for the regular season where we will have games, because I think they're head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yep.
So the last week or so in the season, we might see some resting because they've secured the number 1 spot. I still think they win some of those games because they're that damn good. So I'm gonna take them.
It is kind of crazy to see them have such a gap on the rest of the East.
Yeah. They've been coasting.
Yeah. How did Missoula not end up being a coach at All-Star game?
I was thinking that too.
Because they've always had a better record than the Bucks.
Always
Doesn't
have.
it always go to the number 1 seed in the conference?
Yes. I don't know. I'm going to look at the NBA standing history. Was that one day that the Bucks take the 1 seed? I feel like the Celtics has been very consistently one
Yeah, I
all
feel like
year
it's
long.
always been the Celtics, the number 1 seed. When I saw it was Adrian Griffin, I was a little caught off guard by it, but then I don't know.
But
And
don't-
then, especially if Adrian Griffin got fired, it should have automatically went to Joe Mazzulla and not Doc Rivers.
Yeah. Oh, coaches can't coach back-to-back years is what the group chat just told us.
oh yeah, that's what, yeah.
Oh.
I'm
So
sorry,
that
I'm
makes sense.
looking at the thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I said
I
the
did not
same
know
thing.
that.
That's what my dad told me.
Yeah,
that,
then it should have been JB Bickerstaff then.
I think at that point in time, whenever they cut it off, the Milwaukee Bucks are probably second. Yeah, because the Bucks have been second until February 5th, which is pretty late in the season. They've been second the entire year before that. Other than December 1st. Y'all remember who's the 2 seed at December 1st?
Who?
The Orlando Magic.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Orlando Magic.
all they fans like, this ain't
Orlando
surprising
Magic.
us. We knew this was gonna happen. Our first pick is going to be a team that's young, they're hungry, and they're gonna ride it out because they probably want the highest seed they can get us. Oklahoma City Thunder, man.
There we go.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
OKC.
I'm a big fan of what they're doing out there. I think they made some nice moves. I think
Excited to see Gordon Hayward on the team.
they're extremely hungry. I think Shea is a guy who has a chance to win MVP, so they're gonna keep pushing for that. And I chose them over some other teams that I like because I do see that their schedule remaining is around the Celtics, so they got a easier one versus another team that I was considering. So yeah, I like that for them, and I think it's better to have those young teams just because I feel like they're going to play. They're one of those teams I know they're going to play versus some of the other teams that might choose to rest.
Yeah. I'm just going to pick a team that's been flat out balling. I know that one of their guys is dealing with a little bit of an injury, but this is why you have that kind of all-star break and do everything like that. But I'm taking the Clippers, one of the hottest teams in ball.
Yeah, see, I like the
Interesting.
Clippers, but I chose to pass on them because they do have one of the toughest schedules, and they seem like a team that after a certain while, they could start to rest.
They got one of the best regular season players, though. James Harden. He going to be there. Russ going to be there.
We'll see.
PG going to be there.
They definitely my favorites, but I could just see them the last month, April,
For sure.
being like, yeah.
For me,
You sounding very nervous there.
I'm not nervous.
I need you to say.
Actually, I'm very confident.
Okay, I ain't liked how that for me came out. That's all I'm saying. For me.
I'm feeling pretty confident in the Milwaukee Bucks for the second half of the season. For me, I felt like Dame needed a break.
I like
he came out in this All-Star game, 3-point contest, won All-Star MVP. I think we're going to see a resurgence from him. I think we're going to get to see old Dame back. Mentally, he's probably back locked in. He got his little All-Star break away from the team, just got to chill, relax. Just take a break. Saw him at the Adidas party. I think he locked in.
Saw him at the Adidas party.
Dang.
I think he about to come out and he's gonna really show the world who Damian
He
Lillard
couldn't wait to
is.
slip that in there, bro.
Saw him at the Adidas party.
I think he's gonna really come out and remind the world of who he is.
So I want to remind people at home, this is not a draft on total wins. It's talking about from today until the end of the season.
Yes.
So what you've done up to this point does not matter. We're looking at the second half. Keep that in mind. As I
must
think
mean
about my next pick. I'm probably
We
just
discussed it out.
I'm gonna keep it simple, stupid. Ain't that the saying? Keep it simple, stupid. I'm gonna take the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they're gonna continue to be very good against above 500 teams. I think they continue to be the best defensive team in basketball. I don't know how confident I am that they're gonna keep the 1 seed for the entirety of the second half of the season, but I still believe that they're gonna win a bunch of games. Give us many.
Our next pick is going to be the Denver Nuggets. Again, another
insane.
team that I think has a guy who can now go in and win the MVP, another one in Jokic. And what I love about the Denver Nuggets the most is I see that they still have the Spurs 3 times. They still have the Blazers 2 times. They still have the banged up Grizzlies 2 times. They still have to play the Wizards. So when I see those type of games left on the schedule, I know that they're going to take care of business and they're going to do what they do. And they're also in the race to compete for the number 1 seed, which can make them play a little bit more closer to the end of the year. So I'm going with the Denver Nuggets.
I think maybe a hot take. Yeah, let me know. I think the Denver Nuggets need one of the top 2 seeds to win the championship this year.
Okay.
Top 2.
Yeah. Hopefully the one. I think if
Because
they get,
at 3 is who?
I'm not even thinking about matchup. I'm just thinking about home court advantage in general. That's one of the toughest places to play in the entire association.
Yeah,
We
it
saw
is.
that last year. And one of the reasons why they were so damn good last year is that they had home court the entire time. And I think that that will really matter. If they end up the 3 seed and then they're going against a potential 1 seed in the conference finals, whoever that may be, I don't know how confident I am in them not having home court advantage. So I think they
How
should be
confident
gunning for it.
Are you in them overall?
Pretty confident. I still have them as the slight favorite out west.
I still have the Clippers.
No matter what, even if they are a 3-4 seed.
I'm assuming 1 or 2.
Okay.
Assuming 1 or 2.
Their bench just worries me so much.
It doesn't worry me as much because they're going to shorten their rotation to 7, really, and Jokic is going to play 40 minutes a night for the 2 months of the playoffs. And I'm like, they'll be all right. They don't have a Bruce Brown. They don't even have a Jeff Green.
No.
But I still feel okay. They haven't been perfect. Like a lot of my optimism towards them is based on what I saw last year.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like if I was going blank slate, I don't even know the previous history of basketball, I wouldn't feel as confident in the Denver Nuggets.
No, that starting 5 is legit. It's hard to even beat it. But when I look at that Clippers team being 8 players deep, I just look at if they play the Clippers, when that Russ and Norman Powell minutes come in,
Yeah.
how they matching that?
I just don't think they match Jokic in that series, and that might be the determining factor. But
Yeah.
we'll see. If that series does happen, I think I'm gonna think really, really long about what team I think is gonna come out of that one. I hope we
agree.
get that series.
I hope we do too.
It's gonna be a dogfight.
Our next team that we will take.
It's on us. It's on us.
Thirsty.
He just took Denver Nuggets.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna take another team that's probably looking to boost up in the standings a little bit.
Yeah.
Made some trades.
Yeah.
Got a player coming back. We
Yeah.
don't know when, but he gonna come back.
Yeah.
Let's get the Knicks.
Oh damn. That's not the team I thought he was going.
That was crazy. That was so deflating.
Yeah.
KB was hyping you up. And
I didn't
Okay,
even-
we got an MVP candidate on our team. Is he gonna win MVP? Hell no.
Does he count as a candidate?
I didn't.
We
I
9 players deep before we
didn't-
think about Jalen Brunson. At
did
least.
not have him as a candidate.
He up the. Hey, if Rocco could be a dark horse for DPOY, I could have Jalen Brown as a dark horse
Jalen
for MVP.
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson
Yeah.
for a dark horse for MVP.
How many
point.
times is he going to deflect?
I'm just saying.
I think he cooked you right there. And I'm not just saying that because he's my teammate right now.
That was in a preseason
That's true.
of like 4 years ago.
We went for Zoom. That's how long ago it was. That's a very long time ago.
For us, we're going to take a team that's probably going to be poised to really climb these standings. Coming out hot with their big 3. We're going to take the Phoenix Suns.
Okay. Whew. I thought you were about to pick my team. Shout out to the Suns, though.
Oh man, I hope he don't take the team.
What team did you just pick? We
I
just
took the Knicks.
The Knicks. So repeat me your spiel when you were talking about the Knicks.
They had. I said an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
I said they had made some trades, got better during
Yeah.
the trade deadline.
Yeah.
They had somebody who's injured right now, but he gonna be back.
Yeah.
and they looking like they want to get higher in the
You finna take
standings.
Miami
Give
Heat?
us the Dallas Mavericks, please.
Oh, okay.
Give us the Dallas Mavericks, please. They're already going on a hot streak. That when healthy, that combination of adding PJ and adding Daniel Gafford, they are poised for a second half upcoming. I love them. Give us Mavs.
You know,
That's fine.
I thought they would sit a little bit longer. But they got picked.
Oh,
I
I'm
ain't
not.
mad
I'm
at
not
it.
worried, but that's not who I had, man. I like what you were saying though. What was he
That
saying?
criteria go for every team
He was saying
somehow.
MVP candidate. This team ain't really make moves, but
I know what team you're thinking.
what?
Are they a Midwest team? Are they in the Central Division?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a guy that I believe in. Y'all believe in him too. His team been back on track, and they made a roster change. Not a roster change, but they made a rotational change. 11 go take a seat. I'm going with the Golden State Warriors, man. Give us the Golden State Warriors.
I like it.
I
like
love
it.
who they have remaining on this schedule, like we said. But like KB reminded y'all, it's not about that first half. It's from here on out.
Yep.
And when I look at that schedule and I see 3 Spurs games, I see
The disrespect to Wemby is crazy.
I see 2 Hornet games, I see the Grizzlies, the Wizards. That lightens me up.
Yeah.
So Golden State, come on our side and power home them wins, man. That's what we do. Stop playing with us.
I thought you were going a different direction. but I ain't
Don't
mad
choke
at
this
Yeah.
away, Mike, please.
We there.
You think I'm gonna choke it?
Don't choke
Look,
this away,
he's
please.
staring off into space. He said, "Don't choke it." Like, you think I'm
it.
gonna
You made him
choke
think.
it?
He was thinking.
Nah,
he was
I already
thinking
had
of
my
another
team. I was
thing.
gonna pick.
he's-
Okay, go with your
when
gut.
he
Go with
said
your gut.
When he said, "Don't choke it," did you think y'all was somewhere else? So don't choke it.
Yeah, it's just one of them days, KB.
You know how y'all get booed up like LMA.
Anyway, I'm picking a team that's been injured, I feel like, for the most of the season, but they still been taking care of business. Donovan Mitchell has been amazing.
Thank
We're
you.
going to pick the Cavaliers.
Hey, the Cavs fall into this round. We'll take it.
I should have made that joke because it made him think a little longer.
Good pick, Mike.
I thought that's who you were going to take before you took the Warriors.
Yeah, that is a very nice pick this late in the draft.
Something tells me that the Cavaliers gonna cool off.
Okay.
I'm just saying anything to negate his pick.
For me, the Pacers are starting to get healthy. Tyrese Halliburton will be now.
What you looking at KB for? Make your pick.
I'm not looking
You
at
know,
it.
damn reassurance.
I'm not. I'm picking the Indiana Pacers.
You know I'm big
for our
dog.
next team. Halliburton will start to get back. The hammy starting to look good, especially from what you saw in the All-Star game. So go ahead and give us the Indiana Pacers.
Okay. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. You don't feel very confident in it. I can hear him.
I was very confident in that.
Okay. Word.
I just don't like that you looking for reassurance.
That's his man's. I thought he was gonna, have a reaction.
Fuck his reaction. I want you to pick your pick.
My pick is in.
Come on, man. You do this.
That's on you, KB?
I'm battling between 2 teams. One of these teams,
Choose wisely.
you know what, Mike? Hey, I believe in Austin Reeves. Give us the Lakers.
I'm not
Give
mad
us the
at that
Lakers. They're
pick.
playing good basketball right now. You know, same thing with the Warriors, right? They're starting to put it together finally. LeBron James said he's happy in LA for the next 2 months. That should be enough to keep the morale good. They didn't trade nobody, so now
I was going to say,
nobody's
D-Lo,
worried.
D-Lo got to be happy.
Come on, man.
D-Lo got to be happy. Not only is he not getting traded, or at least he got the rest of the season, he been hooping.
Hey, and guess who coming back soon? Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish will be back eventually. I actually don't know if that's true.
They might
He
just
should
put
be back.
D'Lo in trade rumors every year.
Hey,
Just pump it out there.
maybe.
Just so he can hoop the whole season.
The Lakers, they got their schedule is something. They still have to play against the Wolves twice, the Bucks twice. Hey,
We
it'll be all right.
do better. Well, I feel like we come out stronger. Like we play to our competition. It's the weaker games. I feel like we can't afford to lose that game, and that's the game we end up losing.
On national television.
Yes.
Hey, man, good luck in the play-in.
Dang.
We are going to select the Miami Heat. Anytime I see a team playing the Pistons 3 times, the Wizards 2 times, and the Blazers 2 times, sign me up for that. So we're going with the Miami Heat out
And
there.
we can playoff Jimmy.
Yeah.
Playoff Jimmy for them to make a comeback.
Playoff Hemi.
Oh, okay.
I'm deciding between 2 teams.
It's your pick? Those
It is
two
my
you picked.
pick.
No, I just went Lakers.
Oh, Lakers. He gave that weak ass spiel. That's why I thought it was him.
I'm really deciding between these two West teams, but I'm gonna take the better one as of right now. I'm gonna go with the Pelicans.
Thank
I feel
you,
like they're
Mike.
deeper, and they seem like they've had an okay season so far. I would expect them to come out stronger the second half and try to make that like a little bit higher in the standing, see if they can catch to the 5th or 4th seed.
Hey, not mad at that pick at all, Mikey. I think that was a very, very good pick.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Sacramento Kings. I feel like they're a team that could probably come out in the second half of the season behind De'Aaron Fox. I think we're gonna see a bounce back from him, especially for not making an All-Star game. He got a nice little chill. He got an extended vacation. He was going through a little bit of a shooting slump for the last like 20 games, so I think we're gonna see a bounce back from De'Aaron Fox.
Now we kind of like in the dog.
It is.
Except for Orlando Magic.
Yes,
Orlando
great
Magic.
pick.
Come
Great
on.
pick.
We'll take
It was
him.
between them or the Magic.
If it was you, I think you made the right decision at that point. Orlando Magic, I would have loved them to go get someone to set everybody up. But hey, they have the easiest schedule left in basketball. If you want to see the
easiest,
Hornets
man.
3 more times, Orlando Magic, the best catch song in the association.
And then they got Paolo Banchero.
Yep. I'll take that. I think we got a good team so far. I don't know. I don't even remember what they got, but
I've been
looking at
trying.
our
I missed a
roster.
couple teams they wrote down, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't too worried.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, we get into that part where you got to really pick your poison.
Spurs.
Drafting right now. Wemby's resurgence second half of the season, averaging 37. It's possible.
Oh man,
It's gonna feel nasty picking one of these teams.
Yeah.
But you got to pick it's all about picking the right bad team at this point.
Yep.
Upside.
One
Baby.
of these teams is gonna have a second half push that's like,
Yes.
oh, okay, look at y'all 500.
and I think I'm gonna take the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay,
okay.
I'm not
That's-
mad at
yeah.
that.
I
Not
think I'm gonna take
Literally.
the Atlanta Hawks on that
They
one.
do.
Two
They do
Hornet
have the
games.
best talent of the bad teams.
I agree.
2 Hornet games, 2 Blazer games, Pistons, Grizzlies.
And you know Trae Young could be any team any night.
Yes,
So
they know the roster is solidified. DeJounte, you're on the team. You know this is what we're doing. So give me the Atlanta Hawks.
It's again 2 teams I'm deciding on, and they're bad, but they want to be competitive.
Right.
Sounds like the Bulls or the Raptors.
No,
Oh, okay.
Bulls is definitely one of them teams though. I know they want to be competitive. Is they gonna come out in there and be competitive though?
I'm not gonna comment.
I'm gonna take another team that it's showing us a lot of flashes. I like their defenses they bring. I'm gonna get the Houston Rockets.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
I
I'm not
thought
mad
he
at
was
that.
going Utah Jazz.
I'm not mad at that. If hopefully Freddie gets back healthy, when Freddie gets back healthy, they're gonna be in a lot more games.
Yeah,
I read an article the other day about while y'all thinking about the Houston Rockets and how Rockets fans and people in Rockets media is like, okay, Freddie's out. Amin Thompson has been really good for us. When Freddie comes back, does Jalen Green go to the bench? And I'm like, wow. Because Jalen Green had just went on a 2-week stretch where he was playing like the best
yeah,
basketball
some
of his
30s
career.
in there. Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting to see what Ime Udoka decides to do. I personally would just leave Amin to the bench.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's gonna do.
But I think it could be very interesting.
That's just what fandom is. He's gonna go back to the regular start lineup.
I mean, Amin's shooting like 15% from 3.
The only thing about the Rockets that scared me with that pick is you got 3 Thunder games, 3 Sun games, and 2 Clipper games. Sheesh.
I feel like they always in a close game though. Like they have a lot of games where it's like 5 points or they're in that clutch time, and so
Good luck.
yeah.
For us, we're gonna go with a guy that's close to MIP. He's fighting for it. He's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the Chicago Bulls,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna believe in Kobe White.
I love that for you,
3
Derek.
Nick games is crazy.
Yeah, how
2
do we
Celtic
got
games.
3 left? I don't even know how that's possible.
2 Clipper games.
But hopefully Patrick Williams will be back. You'll win a few of those when Pat
Yeah.
comes back.
I ain't picking nobody that got 3 Nick games.
All right, here it is. At this late in the draft, we in round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When this is the 11th round of the draft, Joel Embiid is obviously injured. I'm gonna take them for reinsurance. I like them better than the Jazz. I like them better than some of the other teams. So I'll take 76.
I think the value-
I forgot that they were just still.
Bro,
sitting
they
there.
slipped so far. I think people started forgetting them. Oh, at least me and D Mills.
I didn't forget them, but I was like,
But
I
I
would
didn't.
take
Yeah,
every
I
other team
wasn't.
above
I
them
wasn't
right
thinking
now.
their value was going to be that low because I was kind of waiting on it too with the Joel Embiid thing out.
It's just no Joel.
Nobody believed in
It's kinda
Buddy
hard to
Hield?
Buddy is averaging the most assists of his career since he got traded. It's like Buddy is actually passing. They got some nice actions with Buddy already, which is kind of cool. But do I believe a Buddy Hield?
I'm gonna take a swing. Second easiest schedule left in basketball.
No.
Just promoted a new head coach.
Oh, okay.
The Brooklyn Nets.
That
Let's
new
go.
coach bump is real, man.
Yeah.
The new coach bump.
Especially if you were if the team was disgruntled and didn't like him.
You got
Which is funny.
2 Piston games, and I'm going off of this more so than all of that. 2 Piston games, 2 Grizzly games, 3 Raptor games, Spurs, Wizards, Horn. Like,
That's a crazy easy schedule.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all should win some games.
How many
Nick
times are your
Claxton.
players not gonna like your coach?
Nick Claxton, it's time to get that bag. Mikal, do your thing. Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas he may start getting 37, 38 minutes now.
He might.
You know what I'm saying? So this team could look totally different. I'd rather swing for the fences with this one than to play it safe. So give us the Brooklyn Nets, man.
I like that.
Do you win last round?
I went
Sure,
last
sir.
round. Yeah.
Okay.
This is like just throwing.
The Jazz is
darts
off the
blind.
board too. Confirmed.
No.
Wow, they're the best team still available, at least to me, in terms of wins. Now, the only thing is, I just don't know how competitive they're going to be down the stretch and if
Yeah.
they're really going to try to go for the plan. But they got talent, especially with Lauri Markkanen. Definitely been
Shout
hooping.
out to Lauri.
Keontae George. They got a lot of people that's been stepping up their game. I'm going to take the Utah Jazz.
My best friend Lauri Markkanen.
True.
You saw he
I
posted
got a picture
me,
with him
Yeah.
too.
but he posted me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't
Like
get
that was
posted.
crazy.
That was crazy.
Like I'm assuming he took 100 pictures over All Star Weekend.
And he saw you and he was like, I like Kenny.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's Austin's work too. So shout out to our boy Larry Markkanen.
So how did he get the picture?
I posted it on my Instagram. I think he just
screenshotted
screenshotted it
it,
and posted it himself.
Shout out to Lauri Markkanen.
He was cool though, even though he was there for what 2 minutes. Austin,
Should come. How cool are you if you ain't coming on the show?
not much of a talker. Yeah, no, it was cool, and I was nervous. I know
Lauri?
for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Even if we've had dialogue or conversation in the past, I just don't know how people like what up, like walking up to him.
Yeah.
So I think it might have been Austin or Cody or Cole. One like, come on, I got you. Yeah, and then he was like, oh, Kenny, which was pretty cool. Got to meet Aja Wilson. Shout out. Well, not technically. I didn't walk up to. That was one of the ones I like chickened out. I won't lie.
Aw, I thought
won't lie.
you.
She was also there for 30 seconds though.
Mm-hmm.
She did her one Instagram story and she dipped the hell out.
Just like Bobby in that SoFi event.
Yeah. But she ended up coming back for the
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 right?
game. Yeah. All right, we got Jazz.
For us, Scotty, first time All-Star. He went in there. He got some gems dropped on him. He finna come out the second half of the season. He finna come out and go crazy.
I like Scotty Barnes, man. Every clip I see of him, he's making me laugh.
Yeah.
I like Scotty. I don't off the court.
He
I mean,
gotta get them
basketball
wins.
stuff's cool
He got to
too.
get them wins though. He can't just go there for the laugh.
Well, actually, no, I don't need him to get the wins. They
yeah,
drafted
true.
him.
Yeah, I'm glad you took them.
Of the teams left, sheesh. I mean, this team got some great vibes at the moment. They're on a 3-game streak, I guess. Grant Williams, no comment, my brother. Give us the Charlotte Hornets.
That boy got that.
I don't think
yapper.
that's a bad pick. It's just the Hornets.
I mean, like, you want the Hornets or you want the Pistons? You want Trey Mann or you want?
I had another
I don't
team.
know.
Real talk. I was gonna post the. I was gonna pick the Hornets.
Ain't nothing wrong with picking the Hornets.
They vibes been good. They
They've been-
sneak up on you.
Adequate, yeah. They've been very adequate. While these other teams are all on losing streaks. 2 of their last 10. Come on, man.
So it's on me now.
Yes, sir. You got this.
I always do. I am going to pick.
Dang, D-Mills, you ain't gonna help your team, man. Y'all could talk.
No, we ain't talked out this whole
Yeah.
episode, right?
It's been every man for themselves.
He always looking for help.
Cause I wanted D-Mills to throw him the wrong pick.
There is no right or wrong pick. These teams suck.
You need to
These teams are bad.
He said, "Give me Detroit."
my biggest, the biggest thing I'm thinking about is do the Spurs shut down Wemby?
They better not.
That's my only
There's
thing.
no reason to be shutting down a rookie at this point.
But we've already seen him get rest, so that pisses me off and that makes me hesitant.
If he has any type of
Yes.
knock on wood, like they're not gonna
Yes.
waste no like
they're going to treat him like how the OKC
they're gonna be
did
as
Shea.
cautious as possible.
I mean, yeah.
Which is crazy because the flattened odds they're gonna be tied for the highest odds anyway.
Or, give me the San Antonio Spurs, man. I'm not taking a team that lost 28 straight.
Yeah.
I'll take my chances.
They might be a net zero for the rest of the season based on what they did earlier in the season.
I think y'all just left with the Pistons, right?
No, it's a couple more teams left.
Like who?
The Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies is my
yeah.
pick.
Okay, we'll take Grizzlies. We'll take GG Jackson.
I believe in GG.
Yeah.
Vince Williams Jr.
That's your Nick brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all love that.
Some yeah.
We ain't linking up this weekend.
Linking up to vape is crazy.
Oh, Portland's still out here too, huh?
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's already.
That's why I was laughing when he almost took Detroit. I'm like, no.
I don't know why I thought it was 2 teams left.
The team that lost 60% of their local viewership.
They got
Come over here, man. Come over here, Portland. Let's go.
We still got Fats. We got Brogdon, Jeremy Grant.
Facts.
We got Scoot turning up at the right time. Doable sign an extension. He's gonna be playing inspired basketball.
Especially when Aiden being.
It ain't gonna be so cold. His driveway won't be frozen.
So it's between the Spurs and the Pistons.
No, I got the Spurs.
It's the
Oh,
Pistons
I'm sorry.
and the Wizards.
The Pistons and the
Pistons
Wizards.
and the Wizards.
Denny Abdia had a 40 piece
He did.
and they lost.
He did.
Is that crazy?
He was fast.
Jeremy Grant dropped 49 and lost.
He sure did. Damn. Well, I'm staying away from the Wizards, even if that means I draft the Pistons. I think the Pistons are going to actually win at least 3 basketball
Yeah,
games
'cause
second
Jaden
half of
Ivey
the
been
season.
hooping.
Yes. So we will take those wins.
You know
Give
what's
us
going to be funny
Pistons.
about this? The Wizards are now 1 game above the.
Yeah.
And it would be funny to see them end up being the worst team in the East
Yeah.
after Kuzma said
Nobody want
to
to
be that team.
Yeah.
I mean, he already had the joke on himself when they lost to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope they play again, and that's like the determining factor.
I mean, that's
That would be the last game of the season. That's their in
they should
Yeah,
have
yeah.
at least 3 games, right, in the same like conference.
Let's
Usually
see.
it's like 3 or 4 games.
No,
in
they
the same
usually do have
conference.
4 games.
They
but
do play against each other one more time.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. What if it is the last day of the season, bro? Oh, that would be people gonna be tuning in and see, oh, who get the 1 seed? No, who get the 15th seed?
Yeah.
That's what we here for. I don't care about nothing else.
the
But
Bro,
front
that
offices-
players better play their hearts out that game, bro. That's like literally leaving it all on the line that game.
especially since you don't
losers
want-
get relegated. Get the Mad Ants up. The Mad Ants been playing great basketball. Bring the Mad Ants up, and then the Detroit Pistons or the Wizards down. All right, y'all feel confident with y'all teams?
Yeah.
we
You want to
were
run
left
through
with
them
the
one more
Pistons,
time?
right?
Yeah, y'all end
Yep.
up with the Pistons.
No, we end up with the Wizards.
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. I tried to give you the better team. They play each other March 29th. So not the end of the season, but like a couple games before the end of the season.
Okay.
So who knows? Y'all tuning into that one?
Probably. I enjoy a good mid off sometimes.
That's worse than the mid. A mid off would be Hawks versus Bulls.
True.
That is what's the worst thing that could possibly be.
A ass contest.
True. Ain't
Yeah.
it? True.
Yeah. And it,
I still do enjoy the bad teams playing the bad teams sometimes. Because sometimes you get some good games out of it.
give me fourth quarter only if it's close. I'm not watching the first 3. I'm sorry. There's a list of teams. Here's my list of teams that I will not be watching for the rest of the season unless your game is close going into the fourth quarter. First, the Portland Trailblazers. Don't ask me about a goddamn thing
I'm gonna
about the
say
Portland Trailblazers.
if
no
you
more.
tripping or not.
Okay, word.
You don't want to
You're
watch
not
Scoot
tripping on
and
that.
Anthony Simons?
I'm okay. I will watch your highlights. If you have a good game, I'll watch your highlights.
Okay.
Next team, the Wizards.
You're not
not
tripping.
The
mad.
Wizards actually last. I'm sorry. Wizards last, then the Trailblazers.
They always got that 6:00 game though, so it'll be that first game.
I'm okay.
So you're going to wait those 30
I
minutes?
will wait till 6:30. I am
That's
okay.
your time. You eating dinner.
Yes, yes.
You know.
I will watch. Denny's been playing phenomenal basketball. His last 10 games, it's like 24 points per game, 60% from the field. He's hitting 3-point shots. He's playing adequate defense. He's up for an extension. He's in the Patrick Williams draft. Patrick Williams wants 20-something million. Denny Abdia is going to get 20-something million based on the way he's playing right now. Shout out to Denny. Next team. Don't ask me about Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, they bad.
Don't ask me about the Toronto Raptors, bro.
It is a little tough to watch them.
They are like the third worst team in
little.
basketball since the trade
A
deadline.
little.
It's awful.
And You got to go back. Remember how he was talking about like the next couple of years they had already wins from the previous team and like before they trade. The Raptors had
Yes,
the same thing.
yes,
Their
yes.
city had 18, 19 wins because they had before the trade they had
OG
those wins.
Pascal.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Pascal and OG. Next team.
The Nets for me are one of those teams.
The
too.
Nets get one more week. I want to see what the new coach. I want to see what they look like. If they're still ass, they're added to the list. But right now, y'all look. You got lucky because you fired your coach, or he stepped down. Or have Grizzlies. I'm sorry, Gigi. I'll watch your highlights. I swear to you, Vince Williams Jr. I mess with you. I'm not watching y'all for the rest of the season.
You're not tripping, but they usually be in sometimes close games.
And that's
what I
It's
said, I
like
will
you
get
got to
y'all
tune
fourth
in.
quarters. I
Yeah,
will
that's
get y'all
a
It's,
team you
it's
definitely
that
got to
time
tune
of
down
the
there
season where you
for.
like to watch games where there's stakes involved.
Yes, I want to see two teams that are fighting for the third seed play against each other more than anything. That's kind of it. Every other one of these teams,
That's
I'm
funny.
at least tuning
well,
into.
the Spurs, only reason they have watchability is because they have the
Wemby.
number one overall pick.
And Wemby's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I watched him play against the Raptors the other night. Like he had 10 blocks. You know, like
Yeah.
I'll watch for that. But that's different than me saying like the Spurs about to come on, put the Spurs on, put the Spurs. No, it's not
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
But I will if it's
I'm glad you didn't
Spurs
say,
versus certain team, I'll tune in.
The Hornets.
Did you say the Pistons?
I didn't say the Pistons.
So they have watchability for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm digging the Hornets. Trey Man,
They playing
I'm
good basketball
digging the
right now.
Hornets.
They're fun.
it's
They're
free
fun at the
flowing.
moment.
I like watching Brandon Miller play too.
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller been really good this year, man.
Every other team's got some watchability. Now, it's different levels of watchability. 76ers, borderline. Tyrese Maxey is saving stuff right now.
Yeah.
Very borderline to me because JoJo's not there.
You don't want to watch B-Ball Paul?
Ah,
You're going to have to watch him play the Bucks because Pat Bev on Cal Lauri ass.
I'm there for that. I'm there for that.
I still think
That's a mid-off. In
The Bucks
2024,
got to come with it, man.
no, I'm talking about Pat Bev versus
For
Kyle
sure.
Lowry.
But the Bucks got to come with it, man. The Bucks got to come with it.
It is funny hearing Pat Bev like talk shit on his podcast about other NBA teams.
Yeah, that's the-
All
and
that
then he had
talking,
to-
all
then he
that
had to go
talking,
play
he got to
against-
come with it.
Yeah, he do.
I saw Shaq talk to Dame Lillard. They got to come with it, man.
Yeah, I did like what Shaq said to him. He said, "You got to go in there and grab some people by the neck and tell them this is what we need this from you." He said, him and Giannis are a little too nice. They got to, and Dame took it. He took it on the chin. He said, "Yeah, you're right." So it's good to see that even Shaq, from possibly being like an outsider, I know Shaq probably still get, he probably can still hear what's going on and stuff, but he was able to tell that they're probably too nice.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Any other unwatchable teams that y'all want to add to that list, or is that a solid-ish list?
I think that's for the most part it.
That was solid.
Yeah.
I will say, if I was not a Bulls fan, the Bulls would be on that list.
The reason the Bulls are kind of like the Nets. I got to get them another week. You just don't know what you get, especially with the Zach LaVine injury. Are they going back to that little team where we saw? Are they not? The Bulls are just so
I
hit or
like-
miss.
The Bulls more so when they're playing at home. I feel like they had that kind of fight to them.
They're a solid hope team.
And I think DeMar DeRozan and Coby White still gives you watchability. DeMar can give you some games.
Yeah.
Kobe can give
Is
you some games.
Vucevic on the floor?
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
Vucevic on the floor.
It's all hit or miss for me, man.
Shout out to Kobe. Coby. I'm sorry. Kobe is one of the most watchable players in basketball. One of the best catch and shoot players in basketball. One of the best long range 3-point shooters in basketball.
I think he's one of the better rebounders too, as a guard.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Ayo and Kobe, I think, are pretty good. Like rebounding.
That's our Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, and then Caruso, he good.
He
with
gonna
the-
say yeah.
I like how
Caruso
Ayo,
with the-
I like
the
how Ayo
hustle.
had his bounce back season after last season.
Yeah, he's been having a phenomenal.
Last season it didn't look
2024.
too good.
Y'all damn near didn't bring him back.
Yeah, I didn't think they were.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't think they would.
Good thing for him. He got his chance and he thrived in it.
Yeah.
Are there any other teams that's in the upper seedings that y'all think don't have much watchability?
In the upper seating?
I
Like,
think,
you talking
I
about
think
like
that every
eight
team that's
seed
in
and
the
up?
hunt is like decently fun on any given night.
I'm just waiting for that team to strike gold. Like the Mavericks are hooping. They strike before the break if they can continue it up. But like, do the Suns got another little streak in them?
Mm-hmm.
Do
Can we see some? The Lakers had like one of
Pelicans.
the better records after the post. Like that could happen for a team that's like the 10th or 9th seed. They
Yeah.
could have one of the better records.
could the Pelicans get on track and strike gold? Find some lightning.
Could the Hawks figure it out?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for those.
Yeah.
But the top teams, I think the top teams gonna do what they do. Minnesota gonna continue to do their thing. Denver, OKC, Boston, obviously.
It's gonna get scary out west, man, with the Warriors and Lakers playing. So
Cavaliers. How the Cavaliers were. Can a team do that? Do we have a team that
It's
can
probably
go
gonna be the Warriors or Lakers.
15-1?
It's gonna be one of them teams.
You think so?
They're
I'm
gonna
not
have,
mad at that.
One of them is gonna make a turnaround, or fuck it, both of them.
If both of them do it, that mean they not going nowhere. They just staying. Like that's gonna be a crazy play-in again.
Mm-hmm.
Like they keep seeing each other.
LeBron gonna see three rims again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's
But
shooting
the
right
Lakers
one
have been
this
doing
time.
pretty well in their playing games over the last couple of years. So
But it has to be
Who would've
frustrating
thought?
to have to be a playing team when you're that talented.
Who would have thought? LeBron was like, whoever came up with the play-in, fire their ass.
now it's saving them.
That's the only reason.
Now it's saving them.
It's weird to see a team that has 2 All-NBA talents be the 9th seed.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever seen that before.
And now they might join forces.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. Sign me up, LeBron on the Warriors. I'll take it. Why not? I
Do
just
y'all
want
think it
to.
was Cap when he said he didn't know about it?
Yes, absolutely, Cap. What the hell? The Lakers said that they answered the call, and Jeannie Buss or Ross Pelinka said, "Go call LeBron," because they're in the business of making sure people are happy. So yes, Rich Paul and them knew that the Warriors called, and LeBron probably just said, "I'm good right now." He found out. He knew. No way. The most powerful man in the sport is oblivious to people calling to trade for him.
I wonder, was that the first time?
I'm sure.
I'm very interested to see if that's the first time our team has inquired about LeBron.
Unless I'm like,
I thought you meant the Warriors.
Oh no,
No,
I'm sure they've been inquired. Remember that when he was on the podcast, somebody traded him to
but
76ers?
was that more so like that was like we were in a tough spot or whatever, so they said that was like an option for us versus like somebody's like legit. I got these players for LeBron right now.
I don't know why I feel like the Rockets in
I wouldn't be
76ers
surprised though.
really was
I
calling.
think it's like 50-50 as in like you probably don't make that call because it's just like there's not even a way they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's two, it's just like
Just in case.
it's LeBron,
So,
why not?
y'all know that tweet from Cone that was like, I wonder if GMs just call
Yeah.
about the best player.
Yeah.
I was listening to Zach Lowe's podcast who had Ramona Shelburne on it, and she said that is like a real thing. That for years and years and years, John Horst or whoever was in charge of the Milwaukee Bucks was calling about Damian Lillard for 3 straight years. And every year, the Blazers like, we're not trading Dame. And then finally, they started to listen. Same thing has happened. They said Daryl Morey called about all of the stars across basketball.
That-
Daryl Morey's picking up the phone, saying, hey, I got these 3 first-round
the
picks.
fact that
and
he
these
called for
contracts.
KD is funny.
Ran into Daryl Morey
You know what I'm
at dunk contest.
Oh, for real? Shout out to our guy Daryl.
Why would he call about Kevin Durant?
Because you never know.
Yeah,
Listen,
literally.
like, the idea of cold calling is interesting and just a grand. I hate when people cold call me, but it could be beneficial. Sham sat on this couch and said, "Hey, he started by cold calling
literally,
agents."
Literally.
So you never
I
know.
had people come into my stream and be like, man, that one interview when he said that, like, that drove me to actually DM people because I want to get into that space. It's just hard to figure out an avenue there, but it's just like, it don't take me. It's free.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these
definitely
people
gotta
DMs be
find a
open.
new ad. You got to take that thinking into something new. You can't just say, I'm going to do exactly what Shams do exactly what he's doing. To
I'm
me,
just
that
saying,
doesn't make sense. But
Just
yeah.
a connection. It's just
No,
putting your
I get
foot
what you're
there.
saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I'm just saying that that's not smart to do exactly what somebody's doing, to then do exactly what they're doing. Then you got to take that process and to add something new.
Who
That's
is the
what I'm
one
saying.
player that y'all think y'all wouldn't call for? Just because there's just no way in hell.
Jokic.
Is it Jokic? I think Shea is up there too.
I mean, any of those guys I wouldn't call for, but I would call because why not? But I wouldn't. I can name you 5 of those: Luka, Shea, Jokic. I'm not calling for who else?
Well,
Jason
Tatum.
Draymond Green said he wouldn't trade Kuminga for LeBron.
Well, Draymond. That's why he's not a GM.
Yeah.
That's why he's not a GM.
Also, the trade. What benefit does he get to say, "Yeah, I would trade Kuminga in a heartbeat"?
Yeah,
that's his
that's
teammate right now. You know?
I'm not calling for Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But imagine he's like, "Yeah, man, I wanted to get Kuminga up, get Bron in town." Like, damn, what?
Yeah, he said he called. Who's the GM of the Warriors?
Mike Dunleavy.
Like Dunleavy Jr.
Yeah, he said he called and he asked what would we give up, and he said no.
Yeah, they said Draymond Green was in the center of all of these conversations, which is like so
they,
Draymond.
They just.
I would assume it would be Steph Curry, and not Draymond Green.
Draymond's the leader.
They fear Draymond or something. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying, man.
That would have been the most crazy trade to happen if we just got a notification LeBron James has
I
been
would have
traded.
made 12
Mid-season.
videos. About
And it's
that.
like the Warriors are beneath the Lakers in the standings right now. It's
I
just
would have
like,
broke that trade down. The impact on his legacy.
Oh my God, 1 to 10s all across the board, baby.
I
We
would
all
just,
eating.
I would have just kept flipping
Emergency
that.
podcast, 1 to 10 on numbers on
Would
the board.
Jordan have ever done
Because
this?
KD getting traded broke the internet. So
Yes.
LeBron.
Yes. And we don't
And-
see players like that get traded ever.
That would have been Steph Curry's gravity is that crazy. He really got Kevin Durant to come to him after beating him being down 3-1. And then he went and got LeBron to come join him after being down 3. What?
Yeah.
What?
That would be another mark of like, man, he the most selfless superstar in the history of
And
basketball.
all they did was help his legacy more.
yeah.
Help his and hurt theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the LeBron legacy talk, which don't matter at the end of the day,
Sound like a bot question.
goes down a little bit. Sounds like a bot question. That's funny. Yeah. But if it happened this offseason, Mike, how you feel? You got
Well, we getting back.
you got Wiggins.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
You kind of get one. You got to take him for
I'm
the money.
good.
It's He makes up
good.
most of the money.
Damn, you're not even gonna hit the rest of the trade. You just because
I'm
Wiggins.
good.
You have to. You got to get something
It's
for nothing.
LeBron. If LeBron say trade me to
keep going,
Detroit,
keep going.
Or he could just opt out and leave y'all with nothing.
that's a 0.4% chance. Don't think about that. It's not happening.
He trying to say your feelings.
Moses Moody.
I'm not doing a deal without Kuminga.
There's
If
no way
LeBron
to-
tells you he wants to go to the Warriors, you have no choice.
Yeah, you lose leverage at that point.
You have no choice. It's the same thing with This is different because he had a literal no trade clause. Bradley Beal was like, trade me to the Suns. I'm not accepting it. I'm not approving any other trade. Trade me to the Suns. It's like, oh, here's a random player that's 50 years old that you're gonna flip in a little
Bro,
bit.
that's just taking my joy away from watching my team.
Y'all
You've
still-
had it good enough. You got a
I
championship.
have, but it's like even if we bad, we meet or not a top seed or whatever. At least it's entertainment,
Bro, you
I ain't
still
getting
have-
that same entertainment with Wiggins and Moody on the floor.
You never know. Less is more. LeBron is a cancer to the locker room.
Less
Them
is
picks
more.
gonna be from 5-6 years down the way.
Who
down
said
the
you
way.
getting any pick? No, so, nah.
No pick.
Could there be a domino effect? Does AD now X out again?
Uh-oh.
Just a full tear down rebuild.
AD want that security.
He has security wherever he go. He's very good.
He want that. We got.
And he just
We
signed an
gonna get-
He
extension.
want that security? What does that mean?
What,
And he
yeah,
just-
what does that mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? He wants.
We
that
gonna
se-
give him any money that he needs.
He already has the
He
money.
just extended. He just got extended.
Yeah, a lot of teams would also have given him that money.
Yes.
One team is traded for Anthony Davis. The Knicks could use a 5-man.
You know the Dallas Mavericks always gonna be interested.
I don't know how the hell they do that after all the picks they traded to get PJ Washington. on the
Oh
team.
fuck, they did trade. the picks. Yeah.
Anthony Davis had one of his best, arguably his best year to me. At
No,
least,
OKC.
in a long time too.
All the draft capital in the world. All the draft capital in the
Other
world.
hand,
I might do that in 2K later, boy.
Oh.
OKC to
Yeah,
Anthony Davis. Woo. Y'all, OKC is up. They already up, but they really.
He need J-Dub. Started off right.
You gonna get Josh Giddey and you gonna be
J-Dub.
happy. You gonna get
Josh
Josh
Giddey,
Giddey
Usman
and
No,
Yang.
no.
Poku.
Kenry Williams might be
Austin Reeves and Josh Giddey is the backcourt.
just like the good old days.
Sound like a Utah backcourt.
Boy, they gonna sell out when they go play Indiana.
Boy, that Gil Goodrich ass lineup y'all about to run.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Lakers teardown gonna be something when it happens.
Gonna
Yeah,
be
y'all
fun.
y'all gonna get a lot of picks back.
You gonna find you a new Andrew
I was
Carlisle
gonna say, nah, we gonna hit them drafts up. Get us a new Lonzo Ball.
and Brandon Ingram, but keep him this time.
Yeah.
No, they not.
Nah, we could trade him for another Anthony Davis.
They gonna wait until the
Get us
next
our
instrumental star
championship.
come available.
Y'all gonna be trying to get Wemby in 6 years.
Of course.
Look,
How many times do you think we gonna see that notification pop up? Lakers are inquiring about Wemby.
It's
Lakers
gonna happen a
about
lot. Definitely go,
if
especially
he-
if the Spurs not great.
if he not a lifer, the Spurs is crazy.
Yeah,
They already thinking about getting Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell, and Kyrie Irving this summer. So
I think the Trae Young thing could be cool. I feel like if y'all don't get Trae Young, LeBron is deuces.
I think something has to happen this summer for them to convince them to stay.
Yeah, I mean, The teams are already looking like better than us.
I just be talking when it comes to the Lakers.
I just think LeBron legitimately wants to compete for a championship still.
Yeah.
Like he
And
doesn't
it's
want
gonna
to
be
go through
this-
these bad phases.
He's gonna be 40 years old
And he's still very damn good.
by the time of a next year type like run. In terms of that, and just like, bro, 40 years old, I can't.
But he's still
That's
top
way
10
too
at
much.
40.
What percent of LeBron not washed? What percent is he at from the prime LeBron? Is he still
70.
giving you 70%, 80%?
Which is still one of the best. in the
It's
league.
literally still one of the best.
I would say 70-ish.
So does he go when he can't be great anymore, or just when he just can't play?
That is the question for Bron, because he's gonna be able to play to like 45, like just real
He's
life
still,
play.
yeah, you can still see all the talent still there.
Yeah. But will he be okay with not being one of the top 10 players or whatever?
I think he's always going to be a top 10 player just because of the popularity.
I mean, he's been in the league
He's never going to be Vince Carter.
for over half his half his life.
Never going to be just coming off the bench.
Imagine.
He's all his worst is what 25, 20.
I was gonna say, is there like one of his
27?
his later years, or it's like he's okay with averaging like 12, 4, 3?
No.
It's
There's
too
just no
good.
way
I
it
can't
happens,
even
right?
imagine
12,
that.
4, and 3. Give
He's
me a
never
time
gonna-
when LeBron is going to be playing real minutes and he's giving you 4 and 3.
Maybe that's the thing. He's not playing real
He's
minutes.
giving
At
you 7
43,
and 7.
44 years old, he's still playing, getting it done. That's literally like legendary
LeBron's going to
stuff.
average over 20 points the rest of his career.
Yeah, I say the same. At least
I can't
it's
even
20.
argue with that.
At
It's
least it's
LeBron
20.
James.
The way offense is going,
27
20
and
is like
7.
really
That's,
not a lot.
That's floor for me.
I still think that's very good for a 42-year-old.
He added,
Yes.
bro. Do you know who
27
has
at 42?
the most total points all time in the NBA? He ain't doing nothing but adding to that right now.
Yeah.
Every
And
game.
It's going to just make it harder
When
for
he's
someone to
done,
beat it.
it's an unbeatable record.
Yeah.
Like I saw a TikTok of somebody like breaking it down. Like, Luka came into the league averaging 20 plus points. He's averaged 30. Like how long Luka would have to play at this level to reach where Bron is at is unfathomable.
And Luka already said he's not playing that long.
Yeah, Luka said he's chilling. He gonna have a little ranch in Slovenia. He gonna be off the grid. But to have a person to be able to come in, like you have to really play 20 years of top 10 basketball. That's
Yeah.
not human. Like it's not gonna happen. At least I don't think in our lifetime.
He's making it. It's going to be so untouchable, which is
Yeah.
crazy. When LeBron Media Day, were we able to go to that?
Yeah, if you wanted
I
to.
think, yeah, it's just.
I wasn't going to that shit.
I-
If I
know
seen
you
the,
don't
we
know what
seen,
it
we
is.
walked in to see the one with Shea, and we seen how packed
Yep.
that was.
I'm
Can you
not
imagine
going for
LeBron when
LeBron.
he got his own thing?
So that was something I meant to ask you because I didn't go to media day for the people at home because I was sick. Who had the big? It was a Shea with the biggest crowd around him. Like who had the
So-
biggest?
We didn't
crowd?
go to the. So they did it different this year. So like there was a separate room downstairs where you had Tyrese Halliburton, Giannis, Shea.
Big name people just had a room.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Luka was still upstairs.
Jokic was
still upstairs.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder why they did
It was
that.
like
I
a
don't know-
similar one where they had all the tables. Jokic was there
Yeah.
still. Dane came out there.
You know
Luka-
that's my vibe.
Oh, the downstairs one. It was like one long table.
Post game
Yes.
type
I
shit.
saw.
Yeah.
Okay, I was. That's when I had left. I saw that, but I didn't know they were.
Yeah, I
had
don't know
real
how they
players there.
determined who would be downstairs and who would be upstairs.
That's weird. But who had the biggest crowd?
Upstairs.
It was all
It was all normal
Yeah.
flowing.
normal shit. Jokic, Luka,
Luka had a pretty big crowd.
Dame shit was cool. Look, Kawhi had a big crowd. Nobody, no.
Jalen Brunson had a pretty good
I
crowd,
feel
too.
like no crowd was as big as last year's. Durant shit was
Yeah.
pouring out into the.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
KD didn't come upstairs this year, did he?
It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I
nah.
think KD was downstairs this year. But
Yeah.
last year he was upstairs at the podium.
Yeah, I wonder why they did that. I wonder how they determine who got what. Because that sucks. You can't be in two places at one time. The last year you be like, I go from the BAM table right across to the Donovan Mitchell
Yeah,
table,
yeah.
so I could just do
That's why I
everything
said
at
I was
once.
disappointed in this dude's performance. Weenie.
And it'd be
Those
so
crowds,
funny.
we was getting it in those crowds, the
Yeah.
KDs. We asked
We
KD
were.
shit, and
We did.
his shit was pouring out into other crowds. So now I saw the Dame shit, and I'm like, oh, this is easy money.
Yeah,
This is
it was
easy
funny
money.
because I know, like, we was trying to get D Mills to go, and he just about to ask his question, and the person that's like sitting next
Last
to him, last question, that's it.
Same thing happened with
That's
Dame.
it.
I asked Dame, and I'm like, oh, D Mills finna get his next then. And the person's like, last question. I'm damn.
Next year, maybe.
He got to get his timing right.
Mm-hmm.
So once they done, it's like, hey, how do you feel about the Western Conference being so close with all this? D Mills be waiting for them to finish and complete, and then by the time because I be hearing him when I'm trying to get my shit off, and he just be a little delayed at everybody. He be like, I be like, oh, D Mills out here.
Because the LeBron thing, I was looking at my email this morning.
And he got you the email.
Yeah, and it said it's told us when it would be, and I was like,
yeah, but you would have got that if you check your email, but you don't check your email.
I do. I try to check it every day now.
Then why? How do you just not
Every
say
day.
that?
Let's do multiple times a day.
That was 3 days ago.
You know what I was actually doing
Or
my
2 days
email
ago.
yesterday is I was going through like
Unsubscribing from stuff.
unsubscribing and just deleting stuff out my email.
Yeah.
It works a lot. Oh, it works wonders.
I went through an unsubscribing phase, but then I somehow ended up subscribed back to some other shit.
Wait, what?
You just
He just said deleting helps. So y'all don't check y'all email at all.
no,
I'm
I
deleting
do
every
I
morning.
do.
I'm
No, I
deleting.
do. I just haven't really took that time because everywhere you go somewhere, what's your email? What's your email? And eventually they just like they will send you stuff. I took the time to unsubscribe from a lot of stuff that's
Homie,
just like
I don't give my email to those people. Like if I'm at a grocery store and like or a Target, can I get your email? No, thank you. I'm just because there's nothing you're gonna send me that I'm gonna actually.
A lot
work.
of times, I do say
he
no,
has a
thank you.
Domino's app, so
stuff
he's-
like that.
He
Stuff
signed
like
up to
that.
every
Well, you don't
day.
subscribe to
I know-
Domino's because them deals.
How
be
you gonna
really
get the coupon?
right?
I know your email crazy. When I heard that, but I feel you. I went through an unsubscribing thing too, but I check my shit every morning,
No, yeah, I check my email.
every afternoon,
100%.
and every night. I'm checking my shit 5 to
Derek
10
is checking
times
his right
a day.
No, I'm not.
What you checking?
Is that just a straight up lie?
I'm making a car payment.
Because you got the email that say it's due. It's
payment.
past due.
Is that a wrap?
Yeah, we could call it there.
Wonderful episode.
Yep.
The boys are back in town.
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 Oh,
Oh, I heard the little
I
at
did
the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
country
come
thing,
on, man.
okay. I see you.
Me and D Mills were at the Waffle House, and Melissa had to curse him out. He wanted some of the grits, and she said, "Take that shit."
That's how country songs be. They just be talking.
Mike Hurd left the car open when he thought Contrail was there.
We
And
ain't even
then I
mention-
saw
we ain't even
Austin
say the worst
Carey.
part. What happened either?
Wait, you said what?
We talking about leaving early. Me and D Mills get to the van. He tried to click it to unlock it. Nothing happened. He said, "I think it's dead." Had to wait an extra 30, 40 minutes to get the car jumped so we could go home.
Who jumped it?
Some
The
guy.
dude at the hotel.
He was cool.
That was crazy though.
He let
That's
them
a
lights
bar.
on.
Get your ass jumped like a car when a battery dead. Mike working on a new project, y'all. Cats out the bag. You saw
That's
that
the name of
post?
the project, Cats Out the
Album
Bag?
mode.
Yeah, cats out the bag.
We should
I always
have,
wanted
And
to
it's
do
a
something
girl
like that.
leg coming out the bag.
you should have a song called named "Jump the Truck."
The episode.
No,
is
no,
done.
you just said something like that, but I was saying it should be called "Jump the Truck."
No, that's a horrible name, there.
Okay, I'm not.
What? Because what's the name? Why are we calling it that?
Because we had to get a jump for the truck.
He's not finna rap about that though.
No, but that's just the name of the song. I feel like the name of the song don't actually have to
I
coordinate.
think I'm about to.
sometimes with what
It
you're
don't
rapping
because I'm about to drop
So
a
I'm
song.
gonna be rapping about purses, but I'm gonna name the song shoes.
I feel him though.
Yeah, I know.
That's how
I
his
see
shit
a lot
be.
of. I seen that a lot though. It'll be like something that's
One
very,
thing I
like,
tell you about
random.
his songs is gonna be one word.
Yup.
One word. I think I'm gonna drop a song.
Is that on purpose?
No, I just like it short and simple.
We was in the studio and I kept hearing and thinking, he's like, yeah, name that crash, name that money, name that this. I'm like, damn, you ain't gonna say 3 words? Money on the flow, money coming fast. I'm about to name something. I'm gonna do a song called I Want Chick-fil-A. Why do I always want Chick-fil-A on Sunday?
Sound like a Smosh parody song.
But I'm gonna be rapping though, for real.
I want a Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
Me
when we
too,
was-
bro.
I
Hey,
was-
Didn't you tell me that? I was
Yeah,
like, you,
when
what do
we
y'all
was
get?
standing downstairs, I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I woke up in order to order Chick-fil-A because Pete said it was on.
Were you craving it?
A little bit.
he got
Craving is such a funny word.
ain't
bro.
it though? He got more cravings than a pregnant woman. I'm telling you.
Because I had saw P eating it that morning
Pickles,
before
pickles
that.
and cheese.
No.
That's when you thinking about it the night before. Like, yeah, when I wake up,
Bro.
I'm
Let me get
definitely
to bed
gonna-
real
I
early
fucked
tonight.
that
That
burrito
Chick-fil-A.
up. I'm sure you did want it after that.
But that burrito's decent.
Yeah. Well, it's another episode of Numbers on the Board. We will catch y'all Saturday, and we will have some actual games to talk about. And we out. Give me some skin, my friend.
Best way to close it out.
He just never gonna get it right.
One day you gonna bite
Wait, I
your
did do
finger,
it right.
boy.
You didn't snap.
He was too busy eating.
Eating.
I was too
He's
busy.
such an eater.
I'm sorry.